Hello! Welcome to the Lux Trio game of the year. It only took us a little weeks to be able to get it done. Yay! I am Launch. I will be your DM. And I will set forth the scene before we have the player introductions. Wherever the three of you were before now, you don't entirely remember. Where you stand now, however, almost distanced from the scene, is the studio that you all know and love, up in flames. The Dodo studio logo itself is charred and blackened against the silhouette of the flames, as you see a very familiar figure run out of it, clad in unusual white garb, unusually formal for tonight's event. But nonetheless, he is a familiar face to you all. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
And as he gazes back to his beloved studio, of course, one that he has worked tirelessly to raise and fund and funneled so much love and passion into, there is the single sound of a shot of a gun, and almost cinematically, like you've seen so many times in movies, a bullet ricochets through the mask of the engineer, and he collapses, a pile of red spilling out underneath him, bathed further still in the warm glow of the fire. And as this all unfolds, suddenly you all kind of feel yourselves become more present. Whereas before you were more spectators to this, almost as if you were viewing something, something far beyond you. You now feel yourselves physically present. The heat of the flames of the studio is felt on your skin. The crackle plays in your ear, and let's hear who everyone is, how they're doing.
Holy shit.
Since I'm at the top, I guess I'll introduce myself. Hi, I'm Cranky. Just getting over a cold, so you'll probably hear various coughs and sniffles from me.
That's me next. Okay.
I'm playing Jack, Lucky Jack.
Everybody loves him.
Everybody loves him.
him.
Sorry, I didn't mean to jump in. Okay. Hi, I'm Mod. I usually play the engineer, but I'm not today. I am playing Delta Song Danger, and this is gonna be fun. Okay. Fear.jpg.
Hi, I'm Vamp. I admittedly launch cut out for me in the middle of all that, so
No.
if I could have some having you dance on the Taylor Swift songs.
Where'd you cut out?
Dead.
Yeah.
I zoomed, like, everything, like, came back, like, when you said, the engineer, as he looked back in the studio, he tirelessly has worked on. That was the point where I came back. Before that, I didn't get anything.
It wasn't too terribly important. It's on fire.
Yeah, it's on fire, and the engineer got something?
He got shot.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought I heard, but I was like, I don't know if I heard that correctly because it
Kills off Mod's
But
character
hi,
as
yes.
a treat.
Yeah, hi, yes, I'm Vamp. I'm playing the Magic Man, Mersel. This sure is.
Well, everyone is here. Welcome one and all. To the fun adventure that we have going on today. You all remember only faintly bits and pieces beforehand of this, but you all know, as you kind of feel it, as you come into yourselves, you feel, most of you feel the masks on your faces. You remember that this was a bit of a masquerade party that was being hosted. It was a little bit of a dual masquerade party / award ceremony that they were doing. but who actually won any awards, all of that is a little bit gone from you at the moment.
Not at all spooky or ominous.
Because as we all know, masquerades have historically turned out great.
Yes, historically turned out great.
Masquerades are so normal and so safe.
They're so very normal and extremely safe, and I love having them.
Nothing ever went wrong at a masquerade. Nothing.
Nothing.
Have we ever had a party happen in Toonkind where, like, actually nothing bad happened? Because I can't think of any.
Don't know.
Mersel, who has gone to one party in his entire Toonkind lifetime, and during that one party, all the guests are fucking drugged.
Well,
Yeah.
so far seems like a pretty good track record with your parties, and this one seems to be aiming to keep on track. But you all can
Mersel's just
Oh.
yeah.
Speaking of mass outfits, Vamp, didn't you have some baller art of Sal?
Oh yeah, Vamp, you got some baller art, and Cranky, I know you designed a really cool mask.
If I could dig it up.
Yeah,
I know, Launch, I know. Let me.
It's okay.
Anyway,
I can dig it up if you need.
Please dig it up. I can't find it right now.
Nah, it's all good. If you guys wanna, locks you in a room for 2 seconds.
Rolls?
Yes.
Alright, here's Sal's outfit.
I found the mask.
Okay.
Oh, so cool.
Oh my gosh. Just because Cell's accent is on the same side as Jack's, I'm just gonna say, just pretend this image is mirrored, so the accent is on the other side.
It's beautiful.
That's so cool.
Beautiful.
I have an odd one because I have an outfit, but I couldn't come up. Oh, right.
Oh, hold on.
Sorry, my bad.
Just a second. Since this is audio description, Jack's mask is in the form of a storm cloud with lightning over one eye.
Cell is wearing Cell's mask. I'm not describing his entire outfit. I'm sorry. That's way too much to describe. But I am describing his mask. Cell's mask is a simple mask with with a star over his left eye, specifically the blue one, with a star over his left eye with beams shooting out of it and the impression of a shooting star, basically.
Handsome boy.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
And then if the camera pans
I
to Delta, we do notice an odd one out.
Yeah, because initially I couldn't draw a mask because my hands have been kind of janked up. But then Launch was like, "Oh, how about Delta doesn't have a mask? Because usually he's wearing one all the time." So yeah, Delta is just here wearing this really weird outfit, which is not something he would normally wear. It's kind of more like the things that the clerics used to wear from the order that his mother belonged to. And it's just oh, okay, this is strange. So yeah, he doesn't actually have a mask on, which feels he feels kind of naked without one.
But I don't know if you guys are taking in your surroundings too terribly much. But you all kind of notice each other. You're all standing basically not too terribly far away from the engineers falling. The pools of red starting to creep ever so slowly towards the rest of you. If you were to look back, it is indistinct, blurry, and covered by smoke as the flames of the studio itself start to lick at the sky. But it is in that you notice a faint glimmer of metal. Just something presumably that the engineer was holding. Now splattered a little bit with some tomato sauce. We'll go with. But a little ways from his body.
well, this party sucks. I'm out, and he's leaving.
Sal's just like blinking, like, hello? Before he
Jack-
just shakes his.
I mean,
Is
Jack's
that-
just gonna scramble towards the engineer.
Thank you for caring so much. Delta's just full on panic. I'm out. Yeet.
If you do try to go make your way towards the smoke, I'll address that one first. It seems almost to be like a physical barrier. The further you try to push into it, the more it resists. You can make it not quite out of eyesight of the other two, but you can make it like into the smoke before it starts to resist you and push you back towards where once you came.
Ah,
Okay, I changed my
think
mind.
Sal
I'm coming back.
I think Sal will go to the metal just because right now he's just like, what the. Like, he's just running on autopilot right now because he's so goddamn confused and overwhelmed.
Smacks you right into it. All right. I know Jack was going to the engineer. You come up to him. Yeah, I did. Smiles. Do you want to make any medicine rolls, or are you just kind of?
Yeah, he's gonna like first of all, he's gonna prestidigitate the blood away and try to like stop the blood.
You do manage to prestidigitate like a good amount away. The temperature kind of
obviously the blood on the outside of his body. I'm not prestidigitating.
yeah. Of course. No, we take the blood outside, from the inside, outside. So you managed to clean him up a relatively good, and you can see where his mask was cracked, and it's just kind of like a black void into it. Though it seemed to be kind of a almost cybernetic theme that he was going with before. Very simplistic.
Fun.
Daft Punk mask. Yes.
Daft Punk mask.
At least he looked cool when he beefed it.
He did. And Sel, you are investigating the item.
Oh yeah, should I just roll medicine for fun?
Yeah, if you want to, yeah.
Not much.
You know, it's a little bit shocking to see, your friend and also boss, kind of get shot in front of you.
Jack's not a medic. Jack's not a medic.
Yeah, it's not exactly your area.
Does
of
anybody want to
expertise.
yell at the guy who does have healing magic?
First, I am gonna go address. I am going to go to Sel. Sel, you go to the metallic object and you pick up a rather odd contraption, as seen here. It is a set of film reels, almost haphazardly kind of stuck together, with a stopper on top that, as you look into the stopper on the very top, you can kind of see the scene before you as it's playing out.
Not anything different from. Is there anything different about the scene when it's looked through via the stopper versus if he's looking at it like
Yes.
normally?
When you're looking at it through the stopper, it's almost showing a pan out of the engineer's body, with the studio in flames in the background. However, noticeably missing is the three of you. While it is showing the events that are happening, and you notice if Jack has prestidigitated the blood away, the blood is no longer present, as is the scene. But the three of you are not visibly present in the film reel.
Can he
What?
examine the
Okay,
thing? Can he roll Arcana or something?
Yes. I'll give you a freebie right now. you can see on the bottom there is a rewind and forward button. There is no stop, pause, or play though.
Okay, he's gonna roll the Arcana real quick. That's
Mhm.
gonna be. Oh my god! We're starting off strong. I mean,
Two
this
nat
makes sense.
ones.
He saw his boss get shot.
You saw I mean, there's a film reel in it.
He,
Mm-hmm.
I'm rolling a D2 real quick.
Meanwhile, Jack's just like, just muttering like, "Don't die! Don't die! Don't die!"
He's pressing the back button, like, just to see what it would do.
All right. How long are you going to hold that down?
I think you'll hold it down for, like, 10 seconds?
Okay.
Or
at
actually, no, he'd hold it down until he sees something visibly happening.
immediately there is visible change as you see what Jack had precipitated away with the blood seems to seep back in a reverse order, but then seep back into his body as if it was going back in as the events before you begin to play in reverse.
Oh. Like, so, like, Jack and Delta just hear him say, "Oh, shit."
And it's
Okay,
almost
whatever
like
you're doing, keep doing that.
It's almost like phantasmal as anyone in the way of the previous movements of the engineer as Jack is standing over. He just kind of like almost seems to phase through you as he retraces his steps. So that's fun. And once again, the three of you are not present when the film is being reeled back. Do
Okay.
you keep going?
Yeah, he's gotta keep going. Like, he does, that's a pretty obvious thing what's happening here.
All right,
Can
gradually.
I roll a hammer space?
Yes.
Okay. Oh god, what? How do I type it again? It's just D10, isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
Oh,
I got a
never mind,
buck.
that wasn't how
I
this
pull
was
out some
rolled.
popcorn.
Oh boy.
You gotta have popcorn for a movie.
Understandable, I suppose. But it is almost uncanny as the longer you hold it down, the faster it seems to speed up in reverse. Though standing outside, the quickest thing that you are noticing is the flames dying down and the sun also rising, as it seems that the fire itself had taken place further into the evening, and gradually the fire recedes to nothing. Though you can notice that it absolutely there was a bit of an explosion that had caused it. You know enough. You've seen enough explosions, I assume, to be able to recognize one in reverse. How far back in the day do you want to
This is
go?
very cool.
I think, honestly, I think Sal's just gonna, like, press as long as he can, because he doesn't remember how they came here, and he wants to see, like, how far back they can go.
So by the time it kind of makes a click and it stops allowing itself to be reversed, it's a little bit after midday. You can kind of tell by how high the sun is in the sky. And as long as you keep it pressed to go backwards, it doesn't seem like the clouds in the sky move, nor does the sun set.
Alright, Sal's looking at the other two and going, "So, what was that?"
Got the doodad?
I
You
mean,
tell
you're
me.
the guy with the machine.
Not that! The engineer getting shot!
Oh,
What? Frankly, what is anything? What is anything? I don't know.
Is this a dream again?
Jack pinches
it-
Delta.
is there something I can? Does that hurt? Does it hurt? Good question.
It does, but you'll note it seems very dulled.
I mean, I
Well-
want to say ow because that was rude, but actually that didn't hurt all that much. Hang on, I pinch him back.
Similarly, it doesn't feel like as it's not quite a dream, but you're not entirely lucid in all of your feelings.
We both pinch Sal. Please, can we both pinch
Yes,
Sal?
yes. We
Same
both pinch
time.
him.
Can I roll a dex to avoid the pinching?
Can I roll
You can
Can I roll dex to combat that?
Combating Dex, let's go. Acro versus... Actually, we can treat it like a grapple.
Okay, let
Okay,
me do
so
the
the-
acrobatic.
What's the grapple? What's
I
for
think grapple is
I haven't
athletics.
played
I'm
it.
joining in too.
Athletics
Oh my
versus
God.
Cell's acrobatics or athletics.
Oh,
Athletics. Jack's
missed.
athletics is weak.
Yeah,
Nimbly.
Suck at this.
I think we
So
just
this-
don't reach him. I think
No,
we just
he's
don't
too
reach
tall.
Yeah,
where
nimbly, Cell, you're able to kind of dance out of the way, keeping your finger on the rewind button, I assume.
Yeah, Cell's just like, don't pinch the guy holding the magic do that.
Oh, okay, fine. You get away this once. I think we might be dreaming, though. This is not... that didn't hurt as much as it should have, which I'm glad about, but also, what is going
Well,
on? I'm not sure about
It's
this.
either a dream or some sort
why do I
of really
keep getting weird
realistic
dreams with you?
illusion.
Why do I keep getting weird dreams with you two?
I mean, we hang
He just
out
loves
just
us that much.
fine. We hang out just fine. Really, it's not that's the third part of this equation.
Oh, wait, is this that Phil guy again? Is he doing this? Okay,
Maybe.
great show. Can we, like, go back to reality now? We one last time, we'll do it again. Just let us go. The casino was fun, but no. He's just talking to the void.
Actually, the both of you, you're actors, right? You know how film reels work?
Obviously.
Okay, so and he's showing them the magic do that, still with his finger pressed on the back button and like explaining like what he did and like how like things started reversing. Just like I think like as long as I have my button on the back button, time's not going to progress. But I don't think we can reverse it any further than this point.
Ooh,
Yep,
so we're
looks-
seeing back in time. I
Okay.
guess we're supposed to see what caused it?
I believe so, yes, and probably
I
stop it.
guess if we can just go back, what's showing? What's showing?
Not us, apparently. Where am I? It would be a really good angle on me.
Sal's just like looking at Jack, head tilted when Jack's like what's showing because he doesn't get what Jack means by that.
I meant what's on the film. Let the button go. Because I don't think you. I mean, you can try holding that button indefinitely. I don't see how that's helping us right now.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys about it before I let it go. So are we ready to? I don't know. Look at what happens.
I mean, if we let go of it and that explosion happens when we're closer to the explosion, I would be a little concerned. Why don't we take a tour while time is frozen? Which I think is what's happening right now, which is strange.
Oh, that might actually be a good idea. We might even find out who caused the thing.
Sure.
Yay! Not exploding! Let's go, team! Team not exploding! Who's with me? I'm with me, so let's go. Okay, and he's heading off.
All right. Where are you kind of heading?
Are there?
I mean,
Okay, the room has the
question.
room changed? Like I see it no
It's-
longer.
I
has
thought we were
engineers reading out
outdoors.
now.
Yeah, you are
Oh, we were
outdoors.
outdoors.
You do notice that no matter what, the way behind you always seems to be blocked somehow. Whether it be by a row of houses that wasn't there, a forest of trees, or the smoke from earlier, it does not seem to want to allow you to go any further than that. However, the studio itself remains in pristine condition as it should be.
So I don't think we're allowed to leave the studio grounds.
Yeah,
Damn.
I did try that.
I guess I
Into-
can't run back to my apartment.
Into the belly of the beast we go then?
Into the belly of the beast.
Into
Yep,
the
we go into the
studios.
studios, I guess.
All
Yay!
right. Would anyone like to make a perception or investigation check as you guys are approaching?
Yes, please.
I have no addition
Nope.
to that because I am a masochist. Here we go. A
Um,
19, no! God damn it, Delta!
give me a sec.
Supposed to be blissfully unaware of your surroundings.
Ha!
Ooh, that's what I was looking for. All
Isn't that funny,
right.
the game?
Right. So, you all kind of come in. Some of you with more perceptive than others, and it is almost uncanny how well detailed this place is. But at the same time, if you were to look for very minute details, you would notice them to be missing. Any slight cracks that you may have memorized in the studio itself, not quite there. But, very much out of place, almost obviously so. And yet it is only Jack who notices it, is a vinyl record.
Oh,
Whoa. We
Just
needed
kinda
an Act
laying
20 to
there.
see that? Holy shit.
wait,
No,
wait,
it's okay,
where's
don't
the
worry.
where's the record that nobody else can see it?
It's odd. Because to you it's as plain as day, kind of sitting directly on the steps up to the studio. But for everyone else, it does not exist, or it seems to not exist, unless you choose to point it out.
I mean, Jack's gonna pick up the record.
Jack picks up a
Is there
record from
any-
seemingly nowhere.
What, did you
He's
use
just gonna-
hammer space to get that? Is this really the time for music?
It was,
He said
it was,
eating from a bucket of popcorn.
it was literally on the stairs.
Oh, really? I didn't see it.
Jack turns it over in his hands. Is there any identification on it? Like any label?
Not particularly. There's a very actually no. There is a kind of themed pattern, and it's pretty easy for you to recognize it as very misfortune themed. A red label red label with a single black crown on it.
Okay. So he's not gonna do anything about it right now. But it's like, okay. Well, I don't see. I don't know how either of you guys missed this. It was just right there. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna pocket this.
All right. Perfect. Do you guys continue to move into the studio?
Yeah. Snell's actually just paused for a moment though before
Yeah,
going.
I mean-
Do you have any specific area of the studio we want to go to first?
Oh, I usually worry about that after I've got there because it's usually the place I'm supposed to be, so...
Well, I guess priority number one would be figuring out what exactly blows up so we can avoid it.
All right. Did any of us see like the direction? The direction of explosion or
Kind of
anything?
seemed to be the whole thing.
DM, did we get a gist of where in the building it was?
No, Jack's right. It was a pretty big explosion.
Okay.
Unreasonably so. Comical even.
Okay.
The explosion that
no.
big. That's a lot of explosives all over the building too.
Please start looking from, like, I don't know, the basement? Also,
Where did the old guy keep the explosives? I really can't remember. They seem to be everywhere. He did
Yep.
a lot of that.
Yep.
They usually
Yep.
are, yeah.
Speaking of old man, is there anyone else around?
I don't know if you guys actually did you guys enter yet or?
I mean,
Yeah, we're inside.
Okay.
yeah, didn't
Oh,
Perfect.
or are we not?
yeah, you got the record and
No, that's
such from
perfect.
the-
All right. Sorry, I thought it was still outside. All right. Then, as you enter, you hear this crackle of a record player already starting to go. As a gramophone kind of crackles to life, and you see, unfortunately, familiar face. Farewell now, lads. I wasn't sure if you'd make it.
Cool.
Oh,
And you hear from the radio speak the voice of the engineer.
Oh.
Hello, sir? And
I
she
feel like out of reflex, he would just hide, even though it's just a record and it's a voice. He's trying to lay low, and it's like his bugs, and it's like, oh god.
what must be going through?
How's it going, buddy? I'm not sure why
not here.
all three
It's
of
not
you
me.
came, but
You think
I
it's me? It's not.
suppose- you're the only
Yes,
one that was
sir.
supposed to come in the first place. And yet, I suppose they wouldn't allow me to just have the one.
Wait, who's the only one who was supposed to be here?
The person who is the engineer, except with a very uniquely bloodied mask, kind of gestures towards Delta. I forgot to turn back to regular voice for that, sorry. Kind of gestures gently, gestures towards Delta, as he props his chin up with his hand on the table.
Oh, I guess this is a dream then, because there is no way I would be expecting, considering I'm the person who's supposed to be dead, not you. So this is a lot to take in. What is happening?
This man's died, what, 1,000 times? What's one more? It's an A permanent.
That one looked pretty permanent.
And yet here he is.
Is he here?
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna try and touch him. I gotta try and touch. Oh wait, is it just a voice coming out of the record player?
No, it is a voice coming out of the record player, but he is sitting in the chair kind of beside him, which is like kind of seen in the thing.
Spooky! Spooky! I'm gonna try and touch him.
Ooh.
You can very much indeed touch him. Depends on where you're touching him. You might come with away with a hand of hopefully ketchup.
Okay, I'm just gonna, and I have to wipe it off on Jack. I'm so sorry.
Jack prestidigitates he doesn't prestidigitate Delta's hand, he prestidigitates the blood off of himself. Delta's hand's still dirty.
Hilariously, Delta does have prestidigitation. He just wanted to do that because that's how he is. I'm so sorry. Okay, so you're, this is a tangible dream. I don't like that.
Why did you want Delta here?
One moment, my friends. I first apologize to dragging you two into it. I really had only intended to have this trial for the one. But, as I said, the three cannot exist without the one is the three, and I am not nearly as clever. So, I have for you a test.
And he will look more towards Delta, but he's addressing the group. And you do notice that there is kind of that one spot in his mask that always seems to kind of act as an eye.
Which is so fucking weird to sell, by the way. He's just like engineer isn't supposed to have eyes.
Yeah, it is a bit odd.
I need you to prove yourself to me. I'm not going to explain all of the rules, but I will explain this much. There are people here that you need to save, and it's you.
And he does gesture to Delta at that.
It is you that needs to be doing the saving for all of you. There's suppose it's quite good that you have friends to be helping.
Delta's jaw is just open the whole time because the moment his voice changed to this creepy thing, he's just been like, oh, I don't like this at all. Oh, God. And then, yeah, he's gonna save people. He's like, I don't know if you're anything like the original, but you never cast me as a hero. That's not really my forte.
Did he really not? Surprising. I suppose it wouldn't make sense for you to be cast as a hero.
Hold up,
given who you
hold
are.
up. Hold up.
What?
Jack just had an impulsive thought.
Oh.
Can't. It's gonna be really stupid.
No, it's okay.
Can he take put up the play a needle and just like pick up the record that's playing right now?
Yes.
God. Sabotage immediately with this
You
game.
you cut him off mid-sentence, and he just kind of like looks a little bit surprised. You see like a glob of blood kind of come where the eye is. It's like kind of like a slow blink as he just looks at you. But he just like crosses his legs and kind of like throws his arm, kind of like puts his arms on his knees and is just kind of like interested to see what the plan is now.
Jack just wanted to see what happens. He's gonna put it back now.
All in silent, slow. Putting it down.
Lad, well, this was not the worst time to be doing that. I do caution you about doing it in the future. For I only have a limited amount of time to be speaking, you see. And
You do notice that like as he is speaking, the record itself is kind of like it is getting to the end of its song, so to speak.
Okay, so Sal's just gonna be like, alright, can you tell us what's important as quick as you can before the record gets in?
you found that beautiful little device, and that should make sure that once you see what needs to be fixed, you can go back and fix it. Also, you should be able to find more of these here records. That'll give us more time to talk. For every additional record you get, I will answer to you one question that does not directly apply to this. Sound good?
Yeah,
Sounds great.
That does not directly apply to this? What counts as directly applying?
Well, considering you may have questions regarding your situation, it's more so questions regarding how you can save people. I will offer what help I can. I am not known for my charity anymore, but I do offer what I can when I can.
Wait. What? Hang on. You keep saying save people. What do you mean? Save people from what? Save who?
Well, I suppose you best be finding that out now, won't you?
And you hear the record kind of come to a stop. As he will gingerly, well, not terribly gingerly, he will reach over, take the record itself off, and kind of with a flick of his hand, almost like a sleight of hand trick, it just kind of disappears. But as he does so, you hear a click. As if you were to turn around, you would notice behind you a door that was not there before.
Don't like that. Don't like any of this. Oh my god.
I was gonna go forward and open the door.
Launch, I just have to say, kudos for that voice.
Thank you. Oh
what
my-
the hell?
I-
It's scary.
I mean, I hope it's fun. I tried to make it for this. I got a voice mod just for this. But
Nice.
Good.
it is like the engineer speaking to you guys through that, but I wanted to make sure that's kind of clear. I'm not good at his voice because he is yours. But
You're doing a great job. You're doing fine, buddy.
You're doing great.
Thanks.
Like genuinely, I know that sounded like sarcastic, but I do mean genuinely.
No, really. I'm like, and I'm also reeling like, oh gosh, this is spooky. I'm very excited.
Spooky.
All right. Before we get into anything
Spooky.
else, do people need to take a quick drink break or anything?
Yeah,
Huh?
sure. I'll just do some shoulder clicks that you don't need to hear, so I'll mute.
Okay. Yeah, just like if anyone
Thank
needs
you.
to grab a drink or anything.
I'll grab a
I'll
drink.
be right back.
I'm also gonna take a sippy.
I pat you.
I'm happy
This is
I'm
good.
happy it's going well. I'm
It's very good.
I'm glad. I won't lie. I've been trying to practice the engineer like accent / voice since I had the idea for this, so it's been a little over half a year.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not good with that like voices or accents that I don't invent.
Don't worry, it's better than me.
That's fine. Okay, now to pull up my notes. 4. Saving Private Ryan. Number 1. I don't know what these notes mean. Hopefully I will.
Ba-ba-dum.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, it helps
No,
to
it's all
realign
good.
my spine.
No. That's why I called for it. Now I just gotta wait for Vamp.
Thank you. My Pilates teacher would be very proud of you.
Yay!
This is cool.
Yay! This isn't
I mean,
really.
I knew it would be, but oh gosh.
Gosh, beans. What's? Vamp.
Yep. Might have gone for the bathroom break.
Yeah, fine. Not that this
Fair
is
enough.
relevant at all. But the device that is given to you, I based it off of a 35mm gang sync, which is used to kind of like synchronize old timey cartoons.
I knew it. I knew it. When I
I'm
saw it, I was like, oh
glad.
my god, it's one of those.
I'm very
I don't know what
glad.
it's called, but I've seen one. Oh my gosh.
Dweebs.
I know. I'm sorry, but ah.
I'm glad you
Oh, Vamp is back.
recognized that. I was like, I'm gonna do a little silly for myself.
I love it. I love it.
So good.
It's good.
Vamp, you're alive.
I've been here the whole time.
Oh, you were muted. Sorry,
And deafened.
and deafened.
Yeah, I came back because I noticed everyone was back.
Okay, you're all good.
I see.
All right.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so excited. Oh my god. Okay, I'll shut up now.
It's okay. So we cut back in. Shell, were you opening the door?
Yep.
All right. You with the gang sync in hand, hopefully, please. You enter the door, and it is a odd space. It is very reminiscent of the studio, but you could not look at the place that you are at and be able to positively identify exactly where you are in the studio. Almost like a liminal space in a way. But you see a very famous musical professor. And he's kind of walking down the hallways, muttering to himself. Well, if I am not mistaken, I must get it done at this time with this material. That's a good thing. I have it all prepped out ahead of time. And things similar to that. Just a lot of mutterings about an upcoming experiment that he has going.
Do you guys think the experiment is what blew up?
Well, it could be.
Uh,
No.
I'm just gonna roll deception real quick. Don't mind me. I just, there's no reason for me doing that at all. What's my deception? It's something ridiculous. It's a +8. Thank you. Nope, nothing wrong here.
I would need a nat 20 to beat that, so I don't think this insight's gonna work, baby. Nope.
Just for fun, just for funsies. Fucker.
You have to put roll, so it's gonna be roll something. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong.
no, I think you might notice, like, Delta flinched. That's it. That's all you get.
Yo,
But you notice
everything is
this
fine.
this is kind of a relatively short hallway. Woodlig does seem to be pacing outside of one door in particular in varying strides. But he does not react to the three of you entering. If you were to look back, you would see the engineer kind of looking at you. If you do indeed look back, he'll give you a little wave and kind of shoo you in.
Oh my god. I mean, I want to, as a player, make a perception roll, but I can't, because Delta is just looking at Woodling, because he could not look anywhere else.
I can make the perception roll, yeah, because Sal doesn't recognize
Thanks.
Woodwig at all. He's never
Yep.
seen him.
I'll also do that because.
Oh my
Sal.
god, Sal. I was right. You remember when
Oh my
I was
god.
What is happening?
Damn. So y'all see him. You notice his mask kind of has like a potions theme almost to it. Because as with everyone else, save for Delta, he is also wearing a mask.
Jack like waves an arm and is like, "Hello."
Once more, he does not react. In fact, he walks straight through you once more.
Okay.
Cool.
Fun. Okay. Save them. Cool. Cannot interact with them apparently.
I explosive beat. Or Delta,
my
if you could
God.
just tell them something was going to blow up.
Oh, right. I guess. Hey, Woodling. Can you hear me? He's like kind of hoping he can't hear him.
It seems he perks up for just a moment. Before looking you almost dead in the eye.
Ah.
There you are. And
Oh.
he will walk straight through you as the engineer, no longer bloodied, walks down the hall to greet Woodlig.
Avalon,
sure?
you're gonna kill Delta like this?
Are you sure it's going to help find him? Well, we are still not certain if he's out there. I know, but Happy Train only did so much, so we are trying again. Only try so much before it's going to hurt. I know. And the two will kind of have this conversation as they are walking down the hallway to yet another door that seems almost to materialize as it is needed.
Okay, guilt. Great. Love that. Love that feeling. How about we just look at this room that we're in, because I do not need to follow that conversation. Don't even look at me. Okay, let's can I roll investigation?
Yes. Though I would recommend perception at the moment.
Oh sure, okay. I finally do my perception roll. I'm sorry, I'm kind of thrown right now. Jeez. 14? Any good?
It's very faint, but the room that he was pacing outside of before, you can hear some things going on in there, some shenanigans, mayhaps.
Shenanigans.
Next door. My goose hearing is going ping ping on the radar. I'm sorry, cracking jokes right now is not actually happening. He looks like he's got a headache. That's probably because he does.
Oh god.
If it wasn't creepy enough that there's something just wearing NG's face.
Yeah, this is cool. One of you open the door, because I don't want to, because it might blow up.
Alright, I'll open it. And Celsius gonna go open it.
All right. Perfect. You open the door and you see
It blows up.
it blows up. No, it does not, unfortunately. You see very clearly the scene in this room. It is a fucking mess. Woodlake, for all of his genius, is not known necessarily for being the tidiest person. But even more so when you have some fucking ghouls and goblins ransacking your place. And of course, by ghouls and goblins, I do mean...
Oh, it's
this is them, I guess.
Oh my god!
You see a fairly sizable grate, like it must be like some air ventilation grate that has been kicked off of the wall, and you see a few of these very, very funny little bird scamps dragging a important looking vial of liquid in through it before another one runs out and replaces it with a different one that looks very similar.
Hello?
Okay.
Once more, they do not respond. They seem to be pretty content to be just doing a little hee hee hee.
Can Jack like pick up and the important looking vial of liquid?
The important looking vial has already been squirreled away through the vents. And if it is not acted upon soon, the one who replaced it will soon squirrel himself away into the vent once again.
Oh my god. I so want to blow them up, but also that might blow everything up. I'm like, oh god, the conflict.
Okay, but what about wait, so they're already leaving the room. Yes?
Yes, so there's a few of them. You've
Okay, so I
counted
can't
maybe
convince them that
6.
there's a Okay, so I can't make them think that there's a ghost around here, huh?
You could attempt, but they have already gotten presumably what they came here for, as they already grabbed something and replaced it with something else.
Alas.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Magic Man with the machine, have you still got your finger on the button, or are we, like, in playtime right now?
I feel like he wouldn't have let go yet, honestly.
Okay, that's my mistake.
But okay, if you want launch, you can say that like when the engineer, like bloodied engineer, appeared and said all that shit, like he accidentally like his finger nudged away from the button for your sake.
Yeah. Sorry, that's on me. I went along with that.
Yeah, Cel's just like
Makes
not
sense.
not at the moment, no, we're in playtime. Do you want to reverse to see what the stars they're looking to steal here?
Yeah, I mean, like, if we can stop them from doing whatever shenaniganery this is, that probably would be a good idea, because I don't like the look of this.
Me neither. All right then. And
As
he's
you guys
going to
are
press-
speaking, the vent is very loudly placed back on as a beak kind of like forcibly jams it back onto where it was, and there is some thumping as they worm their way through the vents to wherever these birds go when they are done with their shenanigans.
Gosh,
Okay,
darn
Sal's
you
gonna press the
mysterious
rewind
monsters.
button.
All
gonna-
right.
Backwards button, yeah.
You press the backwards button as you see previously what you had seen in reverse. But the more you go, the more birds that seem to come out of this this hole, almost like a horde of rats, until there's a dozen birds kind of dancing around the room. One of them one of them has a vial. The others are looking at other vials, and everyone looks a little bit confused.
What item did we need? I don't know. What item? It was juice. Juice? What kind of juice? I don't know. Juice. Can I take sip? No, cannot take sip. Is dangerous sip. Right, because we need big explosion. We need big explosion. As treat.
Oh,
As treat.
Sal makes a face.
As treat. Yes. Oh, item. Item.
Can Jack pick up like just a random vial and just like kind of like wave it over the birds?
This one floats. Oh, I want to fly. Oh, can I sip this one? If you can catch. Okay.
You are being hounded by a bird.
Sal is just like, you took it to yourself, Jack.
Okay. I don't know. Acrobatic. He evades it with
Would you
acrobatics.
like to roll acrobatics? Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I
What
will.
is happening?
I will. All right.
Do we
I'll
even know
see.
what's in the vial that Jack has hold of?
No.
Nope. Jack just picks out a
Oh,
random
God.
vial.
All right, let me roll their acrobatics, and let's see who has more determination. A funny little bird who really wants an
wins?
item, or...
No, I did. This wasn't the effect I expected.
So that's a nat fail from the funny Hyakuza, the stand-ins. You see him. He is like gearing to go. He kind of like stomps the floor like a bull and charges you, and completely misses, and like kind of KOs himself into a cabinet, which proceeds to fall ceremoniously on top of him, causing quite a ruckus.
Oh, quite a ruckus, huh?
Quite a
Sal's
ruckus.
just like, I
We
wonder
make
if
more
we
of a ruckus or less?
Professor back. No, like if we
And-
make more of a ruckus, the professor might come back, like Whitlick.
Yeah.
The birds
Ruckus.
do kind of notice the that there is a ruckus, and they all kind of like freeze, look at the one that falls, and it's like,
We need to find item. Oh, item right over there.
Can Jack try to pick up that item before any of the birds
you can.
Managed
Actually, roll me sleight of hand.
excellent. That is
23. I'll say that does it. And they kind of look
Nice.
at it, and they look at the vial they have, and they look at it.
Is it supposed to float? No. Why is
No.
it?
Can I
No.
cast hideous laughter on the one who just missed, because this is clearly hilarious.
Sure. You can try.
And hideous laughter might make them laugh very, very loudly. Okay, you've got to make a wisdom save.
20. Reginald, what is
Because
your
I feel like
save?
these guys don't have much wisdom. That's the basis for this.
Interesting choice.
Damn! Oh man! It's
They're
it's- yeah, it was an 11.
surprisingly smart.
Dang. Okay, I did not expect that. Neither did Delta.
But you
He's kind of
do
panicking.
you do notice that as you like go to cast the spell, it similar to how they when they when they phase through you, your magic phases through them. So it doesn't directly seem to affect them if you're casting it on the person specifically.
Bad news, Al. We don't really have much magic thing in this, wherever it is. Oh, and Jack, yeah, you do magic too, right? Okay.
Question: did Jack manage to sleight of hand away the vial?
Yes,
that-
you,
Yeah, that was a 23.
You have the vial to it, and their vision, from what you can tell from what they're saying, it seems like it's floating, and they are all kind of gathered around the vial, like looking very curiously at it, like,
Can Jack walk
Wait,
out of the
can-
room with the vial?
Wait,
The problem with that is they seem to be pretty intent on circling the vial itself. And there is 12 of them. So there is quite a lot of beaks to get through. But
can
Vamp,
Sal
you're
do
saying?
something?
Of course.
Yeah, can Sal cast minor illusion on the vial?
Yes.
Yeah, so, can Sal cast a minor illusion to make it seem like the vial has turned into a bird and has just flown down the hole? Actually, no, it can't move. Minor illusion.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Can he minor illusion it so that it just looks like part of the wall? Like, can he make it look invisible? Question mark.
I'm gonna say no, because there's a specific spell for invisibility.
Okay, in that case, can he use minor illusion to make it sound like footsteps are going down the hallway?
Yes, you can. Absolutely. They're actually, there are footsteps pacing outside to begin with, but they don't seem to be paying too great mind to it. But if you choose to amplify it, they're all just like, oh, grab it, go.
Sal's gonna pick up that vial. He's a lot taller than Jack.
Okay.
Piggy in the middle with these birds.
Okay. Okay. We have a vial. We don't know what it does, and are we just gonna stand here with the vial until these birds probably? I don't think they're leaving.
I was going to suggest something. I don't know if it's crazy though. What if we made like a really, really loud noise? I'm like asking as a player, like rather than...
You don't know exactly how these birds will react.
I mean,
but
okay, I'm gonna do something incredibly stupid, but maybe we can rewind time if it goes badly. Do you think that's a good idea? I don't usually think before I do things. This is painful, you have to understand.
I think that's a good idea. Besides, if you make a loud noise, might come back, which would help.
Yeah, but I don't want them to murder him.
I don't think you're going to murder him. He's looking at the birds.
Hey guys, I had a great idea. What if we just kill him?
Never mind.
The birds all look at the one that recommended it, and they're just like,
No.
Okay.
Oh my god, I laughed so much that I rocked back on my rocking chair and nearly fell over.
I love them so much. Okay, I'm
would
still
make
gonna
job
make a
easier,
stupid big
yes.
noise.
Yes, would make job easy, but also no.
Right, I'm gonna do it. What in here can make a big noise? Do I have to roll perception again, or?
I mean, there's a lot of breakable things in here. There's a lot of breakable vials.
I don't want to break a vial. They've got chemicals in, and
They do have a lot of chemicals
bro.
in them. I mean, there's some empty ones.
Gee. Yeah, sure. I'll go smash in empty ones. Yeah, all right. Do I just grab them and
Nah,
start
you can
shit?
you can fucking start chucking shit.
All right, okay. Anybody in here who's tangible? Duck, I guess. He's just gonna just start a bar fight with himself. All right.
They start running around in a very disorganized fashion as they are pelted by the poltergeist of glass in this horrid, wretched room. They do not seem to be happy or organized, except for one, who seems to be the most organized of them and still has his eye on the beaker.
Oh no.
And we can either we can do another sleight of hand contest, or he can try to attack it.
Ooh, I mean, that would be your call, surely, as the DM. Like, what the bird would do.
You're an adventure.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm in charge. I forget these things. Let's do a sleight of hand contest again, because he wants that really bad.
Okay, who has the vial right now?
Cell nabbed it from Jack.
Oh, has the vial.
I'll nap it from
Okay.
Jack.
Sal, you can do it. I believe in you.
Okay, sleight of hand, you said?
Go.
Yep.
He has advantage on this because he wears gambit
Oh.
glove.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have proficiency in that, so it's literally just straight dex. Oh, I think that makes
And the
sense, but
bird.
one from that fan. That's a
Oh
nat
yeah,
20.
that's a nat 20. All right,
Here we go.
so you very nimbly get it out of the way, and as you do so, you notice the gleam of a vinyl in the corner of your eye.
Ooh. Can he grab
you
that?
can make it.
Usually he's
you-
like,
you-
whenever I notice something, it's relevant.
You can grab it. The birds, seeing or hearing that there is an increasing amount of footsteps and a lot of glass being broken, decide to cut their losses, place a stick of dynamite under the bench, and hightail it into the event.
Mage
can I
hand
get that?
grabs the dynamite, throws it down the hole after them.
Hey, I love this one.
I mean, I don't feel like this is a smart idea, but it's the funniest one.
There's about 3 seconds, and you get a return volley.
No. No. Seriously?
You get a return volley, and you hear like fairly far back, and it seems like it's still going for some reason. It absolutely should have like exploded when you threw it, but it seems to be still going based on tune rules. And you hear very echoing down the vent. I love this game. It's my favorite. Hot potato.
Potato. Hang on, if they batted it straight back, does that mean it just lands in Delta's hands? Because that's really funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
So you've got a rapidly ticking down thing of dynamite.
I hate myself for saying this. I'm gonna bite the fuse. I'm gonna try and like put it out with my tongue because it's the only like it doesn't have time to look for water.
No, it's a good play. It's a good play.
I don't know. He's about
No,
to get
it
blown
is.
up like Daffy Duck and have his beak facing the wrong way. Oh god.
Are you putting the
Okay,
whole
let's
thing in
do
your
it.
mouth, or are you putting just like the fuse? This is
The
important.
fuse, the fuse.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's easily able to douse the fuse. If you put the whole thing in your mouth, that would have been a different story.
Okay.
The rules of Toontown work on a certain way.
Yeah.
The fuse is easily doused.
Our hero.
Our
Hero
hero.
sucks. I don't like being a hero. I've decided.
Get used to it, boy. Boy, get used to it.
Naldo, why does Naldo always do this? No wonder he's always in pain.
All right. So, the birds will scamper into the vent as you hear them clicking and clacking away. And at that moment, the door knob jiggles. Right now, there is still a floating vial and a vinyl that I do not believe has been claimed quite yet.
Ooh. So you want to get that?
Oh, yes, I'll get that as well. And Sal's gonna claim the third vial.
Hell yeah.
All right. Do you want to place the vial back where it was on the table?
Yeah, he's placing them back. Actually, he goes to place them back, and then pauses, and then shoots the whole suspicious look.
You hear
What
more
are the
it's brief silence and then a little bit more skittering.
What are the chances he'll come back to grab at the moment?
Pretty high. I don't think we can spend the whole day here. I mean,
Yeah.
theoretically we could, but it would be boring as hell.
I'm just gonna. Can he put it like in a pocket?
You can.
so
I
Can he
will-
put vials in a pocket? Is
You
he
can-
able to?
You. I suppose you can. Yeah.
All right. Are they still visible when they're in his pocket? Like, do everyone like outside of this tree just see like floating vials?
You don't know yet because you haven't interacted.
Yeah,
with
I
anyone
don't think.
about that yet.
Yeah, I don't think anyone here would know.
Sal's just like, okay, that's in his pocket, closes his pocket, and it's just like, I hope that stops people from seeing floating files.
Also, can I be right back for a
Yeah,
second?
of course.
Yes, break number 2, Buckaroo.
Oh, God. Also, does this mean that Delta just has a stick of dynamite now? Because I don't think that's a good idea for anybody.
You got a stick of dynamite right now. Will it survive? I don't know.
Will I survive? We
Will
don't
you
know.
survive?
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, just by habit, he's going to, like, put that in his hammer space because that's where all the things go. That's where we put the things if we're attuned.
The items are gone.
By the way, Reginald's, I love them.
They're very important to me.
I was like, I could go murder, but I'm like, absolutely not. No, these are the good boys. They are so stupid. I love them.
They're very important to me. They must fill their quota.
They're not
appearing in
actually
all
that
of my
stupid,
games.
as it turns out.
They're actually
I
quite. They're
love
actually
them. I
quite
love them.
smart. Which is a problem.
They are. I
if
was
you
not
try to
expecting
outsmart
that
them.
plus to wisdom. Holy crap.
Bash babes in the chat. You already know what I'm about.
This game is killing me. Oh my god. When I eventually get back to running games, I want to get more lumpy Matter Princess into games because she's just. I love voicing her. That is no secret. Any excuse. She causes so many problems.
So many problems on purpose.
On purpose. Oh.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Hey. And there was much rejoicing.
Welcome back.
So as you pocket it, you do the door behind you does open as in walks the professor, Professor Woodlig von Drake. I think that's how you say it.
Very good. Well done. It's hard.
And
The vial's pocketed?
the vial is pocketed. It doesn't seem like he immediately notices anything is quite amiss. He seems to be humming quite a jamming tune to himself, a little bit immersed in his own world as he seems to be doing a little bit of prep work.
Vibe.
A little bit of vibe and a little bit of prep work, though you can see that the place the birds took the vial from does seem to be kind of a workspace because it is arguably the cleanest area, just by nature of everything else has been shoved out of the way to make room for it.
No,
and we turn on this one, and we turn on this. Where's the last component? And he will take a minute to just kind of like do a 360 around the room to look, because the vial has disappeared for him. I could have sworn
right.
I could have sworn I
Uh,
prepped everything ahead of time.
should Mercel's like looking down at his pocket, looking at the other two, like, should I put the vial somewhere so he can find it? The vials, I should say, plural.
I guess.
I mean,
you-
I
okay,
feel like we shouldn't introduce the other vial that they brought, because that probably is the bad juice. Do you know which one is which? That's pretty important.
That's a very important question.
Does he know which one was which?
Did you keep track of them? Because visually they look the same.
Oh god.
He did keep track of them while he was holding them, but he put them in his pocket, and I can't in good conscience like say that like somehow they did not shift or move at all, like while they were in his pocket.
Oh
Huh?
my god, this is
Well,
so funny.
Roll a
Can
1 or
we,
2 if
like,
you want to put
give-
it back.
Can we
So-
like? Wait. Can we like give him both of them?
I assume the woodlick would be able to identify.
Hopefully.
He's not expecting to have to.
Oh,
Yeah,
shoot,
like-
that's true.
He's not
Yeah.
expecting to have to, but also it's like he certainly can he should be able to identify it better than us. Not a chemist.
So I was just
Um,
looking down in his pocket and looking at the other two, like, I don't know which one's which.
See, normally I wouldn't have any problem with just choosing the right one because I always choose the right one. However, here I am not sure that I will.
Delta saw, I'm not sure about something. Like, this is like Cell making a lighthearted joke. But he's
Or I
also-
guess you can just keep the explosives in your pocket.
We could just keep
Um,
both. Maybe he doesn't need it. I don't know what it's for. He can probably make some more. I mean, like,
Okay,
it's not
hold
like
on, I
things are
want
going to
to try
explode because he doesn't have a chemical, right?
I'm going to try something. So Cell's gonna move to an area of the room that's far away from Woodlick, and Woodlick's not looking at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, he's gonna take out one file, doesn't matter which one, and place it down on the surface in front of him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he's gonna pick, like, the magic doodad that he has, he's gonna take that out, and he's gonna press the rewind button. Does the vial that he put down, like, that he put out of his pocket and down, and basically allowed to rejoin the scene, does that move when he starts reversing time?
I feel like both of them would because they're both part of the history of this room.
Yeah, I say it will kind of float. Oh, like, because you guys are not visible during the rewind, it is floating in a very, let's go with, unique pattern as you dance around the room.
Oh.
How far
Okay,
back are
so
you
it's
rewinding?
He's only rewinding to see if it moved. Like, he would have
Okay.
stopped immediately once he
Okay.
noted that it
Yeah.
followed the path that Mersel
Then it
did.
kind of spawns
So
back in your
Cell's-
pocket.
Yeah, Cell's gonna be like, okay, I think, like, no matter which one I give, if it is the wrong one, I can rewind and, like, go back to the point before I give it to him.
How
And then
soon?
you're me.
Question: How soon are we gonna know that it's the wrong one?
Gosh, I wish we could.
Oh my god, I can't believe he's gonna do this. Delta just grabs one. He just grabs one and hopes that it's the right one and puts it in front
Roll
of
a
Woodlick.
D2? Roll a D2? Launch
I
roll?
guess.
Yeah. Roll a d2. I already have the required one in mind.
I
What?
am just literally crossing myself. Anyway, okay, please, Lalu.
Peace and love of
Two.
planet Earth?
All right. So do you place it like right in front of him or like where it was supposed to go?
Nah, it's sort of slightly off from where he was looking for, because sometimes he knows this, Woodlig would just like, get things slightly mixed up, but he's not completely stupid. So he like puts it closer to the desk lamp than it was.
It doesn't take too long for him to spot it. He's like, there I put it. What was I thinking? Of course I prepped everything out at a time. And he will continue with the experiment. It's very complicated with a Rue Goldberg series of vials and loop-de-loop things that go on. And it all really culminates in a single concentrated drop of whatever formula he was working on being placed into... You are in the hallway. There is a man in the hallway, a very familiar man that you know and you recognize very easily. He is Woodland Von Drake. You know him from many things, either from a personal standpoint or from the last few seconds where you watch the entire place blow up.
Well, that wasn't the right one.
Delta
was
just
looking-
burst into tears.
Oh my god, no!
He just burst
Delta?
into tears.
Delta?
Jack, like, awkwardly pats him.
You hear the most ugly crying sniff you've ever heard, and like outside of these circumstances it would be hilarious, but no, he's just absolutely devastated for so many reasons. His luck failed, he just blew up his father figure, everything is bad today, what's going on? Can I ask, Launch, is it Delta's birthday?
Do you want it to be?
I feel like it might be. I feel like it might be,
Okay, well, Mod said, this is Mod's choice. I want it on record. I didn't do this one.
Narratively, I feel it makes sense. Anyway, he is just inconsolable for like a good 15 seconds. And
Okay,
yeah.
El's just taking out cookies like from his hammer space and like seating Delta down and just like fucking like sitting down next to Delta with Jack and just being like, alright, okay, I'm just gonna wait for him to stop crying and then I'm just gonna shove cookies at him.
Yeah, and after that he's going to roll deception. God damn. And he pulls himself together immediately, and it's just like, okay, so it's the other one. Let's try that again.
Come on now, Sel. He literally burst into tears in front of you.
I'll give you advantage because he was such a fucking mess, actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
Oh yeah, you
Oh.
both exactly the same level as his deception. That's beautiful. Yeah, you know that he's absolutely just like using all of his acting and deception over the past couple of years' experience to just bring himself back to the threshold of being able to deal with shit. And if either of you say anything, he will probably, like, I don't know, like, emotionally, he's very unstable right now. So it's up to you. You can either poke him and ask what the fuck that was, or you can just say, yeah, okay, let's do that again, but take the other one this time.
Jack is going to do his thing and brush over it entirely because, obviously Delta doesn't want to talk about it. Jack doesn't know what the deal is here, but, he doesn't think he wants to talk about it either.
His eyeliner is a fucking mess right now.
In a surprising turn of events, I have to make a roll here to figure out what
please.
Sel's gonna do. That's above a 10, which was the DC I set myself.
Mm-hmm.
I see, usually Cell would let Delta brush his off. However, Cell has actually gotten a little bit of character development, a smidge of like self-awareness and wisdom, a crumb of like you're allowed to like a crumb of it, and he just kind of like looks at Delta and is just Are you sure you're alright after all that?
I think Delta just gives him a look, and again, his eyeliner is a fucking mess. He just looks terrible, and his hair is disheveled, and he's got the ugly puffiness around the eyes and the beak because he's been crying, and he's just like, don't push your luck.
Well, boys, do I push or do I not?
Yeah, I mean, that's up to you, bro.
Internally, he's not saying that out loud. I think that you should probably sit down for a few more minutes after that, at least.
I don't think we should, because if that happened to that guy, then that means that it'll happen to other guys, because that's what we're here to stop from happening. So how about we just play the game?
Did you know this guy? You know him?
No. Very well. Yeah, it's a lot to talk about right now. I just can we do the vial thing and then have this conversation, because I'm gonna have to replay that in my brain until we get the other ending.
Alright, yeah, no, that's fair. And
Thank
so we'll actually he'll pat like Delta like on the shoulder and kind of squeeze like in comfort before he opens the door to the room.
You have never felt anything more tense in your life. It's just like, there's like static electricity coming off this guy. He is so on pins right now. He went from 0 to 100 in no seconds. It's terrible. Okay.
Yeah, which is why Sal asked if Delta knew the person, because like
Yeah.
that was really intense reaction.
Yeah, you absolutely, you don't need to do an insight. This guy meant a lot to this goose.
So wait, actually, did the vial respawn in Sal's pocket again?
I will say you can fast forward to basically where you were before. It's easy
Alright,
enough.
good. Like Sal's gonna fast forward that shit. They're not playing the pick
Very,
one vial.
very quickly, very easily, you are able to swap out the vials. And once again, though perhaps with a little bit more bated breath from everyone from everyone else present, Woodlig will begin to start his experiment as things go loop-de-loop through the tube with a single drop going through to the very final vial. And he takes a big swig of that. Whatever it was apparently safe to drink, so maybe the birds were onto something. But he kind of smacks his beak a little bit, fluffs up a bit, and may I ask where you all are standing?
Behind him, I assume, since they're all just like
Delta's as
watching
close.
this happen.
Yeah.
As close as you can get, absolutely.
He will turn around and, unlike before, where while he seemed to look directly at you, Delta, it was clear looking back, he was looking through you. He's making direct eye contact with you, and it startles him. It shocks him for a moment. As the glass, he fumbles with the glass for a moment before, like, very hastily putting it onto the table. Just Delta? Is that you?
Oh.
And then it once more, the feeling from the very beginning happens almost in reverse. As you start to kind of be pulled away from the scene, no longer an active participant, more of a viewer. As you come back to yourselves in the same hallway as before, with a click from the gang stop, as the engineer applauds you all.
Take it, we see.
But I didn't get to talk to him? No.
Nope. Nope.
Oh, the agony! The agony! Oh, that's mean. Oh, you horrible person. I love it.
And the engineer is like very much, very like giving you very polite applause and nodding at you.
As a new record begins to spin, I will note, Jack, you still have your record from outside, and
Yep.
Sal, you have the record that you retrieved. I
So that's like what-
I may have gone a bit too far with that one, but such things aren't necessary in this trial.
Oh, Delta's doing the slow turn of the head, and there is crazy in the eye that is looking at this guy.
Mersel takes a step back. Mersel like puts his hands up and takes a step back. Like, yeah, no. Whatever Delta's doing, Mersel's not stopping him.
Jack ain't stopping him either.
Yeah, he's
It
just
looks
gonna
like-
listen for now.
Nope, it
But-
looks
oh
it looks for a
God.
moment that he's about to say something else, but he does kind of see you and like gestures for you to go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna do the spooky step because I want to hear what you got to say.
No, he's very much inviting you to have the floor. Though he does kind of take a glance
boy.
at the record as it starts to play.
Okay, fine. I'll play it again. So wait, you did this? You organized this? What is this?
It's a bit of a try.
A trial. What? I'm sorry. Who are you? Because you're not the engineer. He was messed up, but like in a totally different way. What are you?
How to answer that one?
I go by many names. Well, I'll take any that you give to me. I am not one to give one out so easily. I will say
Okay, so
I have far-reaching roots. And I can feel the repercussions of everyone's actions in magnitudes you cannot quite fathom. And perhaps it is me trying to do a favor for a friend. But there is a lot of people who miss you. And your selfish actions are not helping them.
yeah, crazy got crazier. Selfish. Oh, I'm sorry. Was me pretending to be dead to look after these guys not enough? I'm sorry. That's selfish. What?
You will see, as the engineer kind of conjures, seemingly out of nothing, a vial very similar to what was had before.
It's that you don't realize it. You're hurting them by not being there for them. That's all it is. Without you,
don't-
it would have been a disaster.
Don't give me that.
Oh,
Yeah, but this is just a fictional situation, I hope, because otherwise it will actually hunt you down and kill you. But, like, they never really needed me around. That's not a problem for them. Me reappearing would be a problem for them, a very real one, because those guys would show up and do what just happened to them. Why were the Yakuza even here? Why do they even need to... This is all a lie. This isn't real. This is a dream or some kind of kooky nightmare situation cooked up by a demon. I've met one before. It wasn't a big deal. We played cards. We're friends now. We text. Anyway, just... Why are you doing this? You don't need to do this.
as I said, Delta, I'm merely trying to encourage you to lessen the hurt of the people that you are hurting.
He doesn't have a comeback for that. He's just going to do that. I'm not listening.
It doesn't seem too terribly perturbed as the record will stop and very quick flick of the wrist again, it will disappear. He'll kind of look to you two and kind of nod as thanks, or perhaps offering to take the record if it is what you wish to give.
Dude. So if we have more records, but I have no questions for this guy at the moment.
Oh, me neither. I don't want to talk to this guy.
Quite frankly, you haven't really been answering our questions with, well, any significant information that would help.
Okay, it's question hour. What do you want to know? I will answer within my limits of patience, which are dwindling quickly.
No, I meant the engineer guy, not you.
Oh, alright, sorry, the ego, it gets in the way.
Cells is like looking at Delta. It's like, so the guy in that room, you knew him?
Yeah, he kind of brought me up, basically.
Oh, like it sinks in for Cell, and he's just like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Delta."
I feel I ought to tell you guys, and this isn't because I want you to get me a present. If you do, that's cool, but it's my birthday, and things don't go normal on my birthday, ever.
Well, we're already in a weird, kind of not dream, maybe.
What? Can I roll hammer
Yeah,
space?
I don't know. Ooh, hammer space time.
Wait, lunch? Are you
We get a
lunch?
lot of hammer
Yep,
space
go
action.
for it.
Oh my god. Cell takes his hat off, which he somehow still has his fucking hat, no matter the outfit he has, and
Love
pulls
it.
out like a cake.
Oh my god. I mean, I hate to tell you this, Sal, because that looks great, but I don't have much of an appetite right now.
Fair enough. I thought it was worth a try. He returns it to his hat and takes out a glass of water instead to push at Delta, because Delta bursts
Oh.
into tears. That's some water
Yeah.
in you, this man.
He does it, complete with cartoonish gargling. Oh, actually, hold on. Okay, yeah, that does actually help. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry you had to see that. And
Yeah, so am I. I have a horrible feeling that I know what's going to be in the rest of these rooms. I did this whole disappearing act to look after people, and it seems like something is using that against me, which sucks, and frankly, I don't feel like I deserve it. And he's saying this to the engineer so cold. Because I was actually trying to be nice. You know that word, nice?
Another kind of like mock slow blink. It is a bit hard to emote when you have no facial features, really, and no mouth and no voice, and
actually, Sal looks at the engineer and the mask, and he's just like, "Wait, hold on a second." And he tries to take off the masquerade mask he's currently wearing.
Cell's mask.
Yeah.
Cell, you can take off your mask. Yeah, easy.
Okay, he takes it off and he's just like, "Oh, thank God." That's He was just like, "Oh, thank God, it's not part of my face."
At that, the engineer will look very pointedly at Delta.
What? What? Do I have something on my face? Oh, wait, I don't, because this is all about me. Yay.
You can almost sense from the body language that it's just a sigh.
A big sigh. Yeah, okay. Don't give me sass. I'll give you sass.
Okay, let's do we want to go and unkill somebody else?
Yeah, let's get all my trauma done in a couple of hours, cause yeah, I just love today.
Sorry. And Cell's just kind of awkwardly like ushered them like away from the muddy engineer.
It's just like pushing him along the floor with his heels, like sparks coming out.
What if we call him Grammy?
I love that. Actually, I think Delta's so unhinged right now that does actually get a giggle out of him, but it's sort of the sort of sort of, you know.
Should we go to the engineer's office next?
It is a bit of a liminal space, but there is another door that is available to you all. However, I
Yippee!
ask,
Let's find out what's behind number 2.
do people want to take a quick break?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yes,
fine.
I have a banana to eat.
Yeah, it's okay. I gotta go to the
Get that
bathroom.
banana. Potassium.
Potassium.
Thank you so much.
Potassium.
Potassium. Okay, Deltarune references have been made. I can rest easy now. This is
Alright.
terrifying. Oh my god.
Breaking 5.
Thank
It's a
you.
lot. It's very fun.
Back in 5.
Ha 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 ha. Fun. I'm so nervous all the time. Like, I'm gonna run an Inks game, and now I'm running an Inks game. I'm like, oh no.
Hi, I'm back.
Hello. Welcome back. I will just say,
Yeah.
I feel a little bit bad because that wasn't like the intended solution. The intended solution, it doesn't matter anymore. It wasn't meant to be that brutal. But I locked myself in with the parameters that I had put.
Now I'm intrigued what the intended solution was supposed to be, though.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
It's a launch secret.
It's a launch secret.
And then when we're done, I'm gonna go for a walk and get myself a coffee.
Yeah, how much longer? Because that's gonna kind of depend on what one I do. How much longer do we have?
It's 9:30 a.m. So
Oh yeah, that's right. I guess I should be asking Maud. Maud, how much longer do you
yeah.
have, really?
Oh, I'm fine. I purposefully didn't take my medication, so I'm not falling asleep.
Okay, then I'm
I had a
gonna.
coffee beforehand.
I'm gonna. All right. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna risk it because I want to get this puzzle out because I'm very proud of it.
Okay.
I am now very scared. Should I have said the other thing?
No. Honestly, if you had said the other thing, I would have been a little bit miffed because I worked pretty hard on this puzzle.
Like, basically, I can survive probably another 2 hours. If need
Yeah,
be.
we're not gonna go any longer than that.
Also, like, I know you're not gonna like tell me the intended solution, but also, like,
I can tell you after all this stuff.
yeah.
Okay,
No.
what were we supposed
I was
to
just
do? with
no.
the
I was just like, yeah, we kind of ended up brute forcing it, huh?
little bit. But it's okay because I can reuse this puzzle for the next one.
Okay.
All right.
To be real, my first thought was just pour whatever is in that vial on the floor. Oh dear, it got spilled. Oh no.
Oopsie.
Just like eats a hole through the next
Welcome back.
3 floors down.
Probably, yeah.
Welcome back. Okay.
God, Cranky, every time I look at your fucking drawing, I nearly burst out laughing all over
It's
again.
so funny. It's so fucking funny. I love how you
looking away politely.
He's having a bad day.
He's not having a good day.
He's
Sorry.
having a bad day.
To my credit,
Happy
I didn't choose
birthday
for it to
to
be your
you.
birthday.
Yeah,
No, it literally occurred to me on that second. I was like, wait, do I put in the birthday lore with this guy? Of course I do.
True. That's
All
true.
right.
Oh,
It just feels like it would fit. Yeah.
Well, actually, give me a second. Shark Week's hitting. I need to grab the thing.
Oh gosh,
Huh?
California's being California.
Wait, are you having an earthquake right now? Oh, jeez.
Under the desk.
Oh no. Not earthquake. Okay,
Oh,
good.
okay,
Good.
shark
Oh,
wave.
sharks.
Okay. I thought you said like shockwaves, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, me too. I was
No,
like,
I heard Shack Weeks. Then I was like, who's getting an earthquake? What?
sorry.
Why are we talking about earthquakes?
Shark just burst into Vamp's room. It's like the Junji Ito comic.
I was
Legs.
thinking more like Kool-Aid Man.
Also that. Sharknado real?
Sharknado real? Not a hoax? Hoax?
I'm debating on when to eat the chocolate I have to give my brain sugar boost. Like, do I
Ooh.
save that till the end game, or do I?
Is there
have
any
now?
particular flavor chocolate?
It is chocolate covered ginger. It's very good.
Interesting.
Ooh.
My sister sent a present, and it's like beckoning me.
Nice. I have a
But I'm like,
stash of dark chocolate with peppermint.
Ooh,
good.
that sounds good too.
It's
I
like
love preserved ginger. Mm.
Yeah. I love minty stuff, but I don't like so like this brand, it does like 2 versions of peppermint chocolate. One where it's like peppermint infused, and one where they've straight up got peppermint cream in the center. And the peppermint cream
Oh,
one is so
man.
bad because it's just pure mint. You bite into
Oh.
it and it's just like
That sounds painful. I was gonna say that sounds
toothpaste.
delicious, and now it's like, nah. Oh no, that's no good. All right, just to get that mental image out of my mouth, I'm gonna eat the ginger. So that's your fault. I'll be right back. I'll just mute while I'm doing that, so I'm not chewing on the mic.
All right.
I love how we were like, oh yeah, we're back, and then immediately
And then
after
we
it's like, oh
and then
no,
we weren't. And then we were.
and then we weren't.
Sorry, that was extremely cursed knowledge. So now I'm eating chocolate. How could you do this to me?
I didn't intend to do it.
Funny though. Also, if I'm talking too much, please tell me to shut up. Like, type it
No.
or say it. I don't
Wow, you're good.
mind.
When? At what point?
I don't know. A lot of
You're
this seems
doing
to be
fine.
about Delta, so I'm like a bit worried about doing too much monologuing of the range
Nah.
goose.
I'll be honest, I kind of was like, hey, launch, I don't want plots for Jack.
Well, I mean, it's I guess it's the bird's turn for being suffering.
Bird's turn.
hands you a card.
Yeah,
It
he's
says
having
"Happy
a really
Birthday."
fun day.
It explodes.
Yeah, Delta has never been more emo than at this moment, and that is saying something.
Dear God.
That is saying something, yeah.
Welcome
You know,
back.
he went
welcome back.
he went from the colorful 80s nothing in life matters to nothing in life
Nothing
matters.
in life matters. All right.
How do we bring him back?
All right. This puzzle.
Let's
God,
do a
okay.
puzzle. It might fix him.
This puzzle is either going to be
This
an
reminds me
immediate,
of a
immediate
puzzle.
solve, or I don't know. I don't
5
know.
hours.
I don't know.
10 days later.
All right. So this one doesn't require too terribly much preamble. If you are going into the next door, you open door into a long hallway with several doors. Man, the person who designed this probably doesn't have really good taste. You see, Delta, you see 3 very familiar kids.
Oh, you bastard.
They're not actively being hurt, but they are very much tied up and gag-tied.
Oh no!
And there is a bird. There is a bird who is somehow managing to throw them, despite not having hands, into one of these several doors. He nods very proud of himself, and then proceeds to shuffle all of the doors in the hallway.
Oh, whoa!
All of the doors seem to come off as in a smear frame. He rearranges all of them, pops open one, and hops in it. And as he does, you notice just very faintly there's a piece of paper that falls out of his pocket as the door behind him shuts behind him. But there are doors.
Zooms onto that piece of paper.
I will give you that piece of paper. Here is what it has on it.
Cool.
B.
B.
I mean, it could be 13. It's like, you know, it's
13.
B or
Yeah,
13.
B.
B or 13.
How many doors are there? How many doors are there in the hallway?
There are 13 doors.
Good question.
Okay.
Okay. So it is probably 13, but that doesn't really help us because there are 13 doors and they just got shuffled and yeah, Delta is absolutely freaking out because children, and also Naldo's gonna fucking kill him if he doesn't fix this
Okay,
one.
so they watched that. They watched that get happened in the smear frame, right? Cell's gonna press the rewind button and like see what the doors were like before they got shuffled.
They look virtually the same, just because he basically just took them like a set of cards and dealed them out again. And it's
No,
smear
no
frame, so
markings.
no markings. It is a smear frame, so it is kind of impossible to track when each door was placed. It's just they're in the deck, and then there was a blur, and now they're back.
Is it possible for us to mark one of the doors when it's like before the shuffle?
That's what
The frame of the door, or sure,
Like the door, the
door
object
itself? Yeah,
door,
yeah.
the door.
Yeah.
Okay, prestidigitation to leave a symbol on the door that the children get yoked through.
All right. So you do that, and as the cards are dealt, every door has a sigil on it.
Ah! He actually says that. I knew that wouldn't be so easy, but come on.
Okay, so like, how bad would it be if we opened a door?
I mean, you want to find out? Let's just open all the doors. We might as well.
If anything, we can rewind.
Yeah, my
Well,
trauma.
makes a face and it's just very quietly like, I'd rather not see a child exploded.
Yeah, me
Would all
neither.
no, nobody wants to see a child exploded.
Especially not when they're my nephews, but anyway, okay. And he just
Are you
opens
what
one of the
You have
random doors.
nephews?
He's just opening the door to avoid having to deal with that answer.
Which one? There are 13 doors. Which door are you trying to open?
Roll a d13.
This is very
Yes.
important.
Yeah, I'll roll a d13. Let's see what happens.
What about lucky number 7?
You know what?
What about lucky number 3? I mean, 3 is a good number. We're all
3
here.
is a good number. I feel like 7 is his number, actually. Yeah, sure, let's do door number 7.
All right, give me 1 second. 1, 2,
Oh
3,
no!
4, 5.
Yeah, I
6,
knew this was coming.
7. Okay. All right. So you open door number 7. You see a hallway. You see yourself looking into a door. You see several birds scrambling around you guys as you are distracted, shuffling the doors again.
What?
I knew it was a good idea to put 7 as something. Once more,
Asher
it
would be
seems
proud.
that the whole cast kind of comes out to rearrange things once more in a kind of a smear frame, very comedically. Well, for them at least, they must be having a lot of fun. And as soon as they are rearranged, once more, one of them pops himself in a door, and another paper falls out of his pocket.
What is on that paper?
Arr!
All
Well,
12. Okay.
Do we open door number 12? Like that's
Let's
They
try
have numbers
12.
on them. No, they all look the same. The doors all look the same. Thing is, like, how
No,
do
I
we
mean,
number a
let's
door when
count-
they're all the same? I don't know which one.
the 12th one from the left?
Yeah, sure. I'm game. Try anything.
Alright, Cel's gonna open the 12th door from the left.
You solved my door puzzle.
Seriously, that was it. Oh my god.
Rip that straight from Professor Layton, baby!
That's unbelievable. I love it though. And also we didn't have to see children die, so that's good.
You would never see the kids die. That's the whole point. They're behind closed doors. You just find them where you don't.
Lines that I never thought I'd say in Toonkind D&D. We didn't have to watch children's lives. Yeah.
No, I explicitly said when I was going through my list of people that you were allowing me to use them to torture that I didn't want to kill kids.
Okay, cool. I appreciate that.
But-
Also, I did like the Escher
Lunch,
Escher
I'm sorry, I was
recursive
drinking
corridor.
water.
Huh?
I was drinking water when you said all that, and like the plaintive note in your voice when you were like, I was given permission to torture, like made me like snort water out of my nose.
I hope it didn't land on the computer. Oh gosh.
Oh, I knew. See, I said this puzzle is going to be either one and done or going to take a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
But
So wait,
very,
we've got
very
the children?
simply, very simply, you find you open the door very quickly, and you see the triplets have already begun to kind of get themselves out of the ropes. Like they're pretty crafty, the three of them together. So they've gotten at least one of them's gotten his hands free and is doing his best to get the others. And they're just kind of, they don't seem too terribly perturbed despite the situation.
I honestly don't know if your nephews needed saving.
Yeah, actually, they are kind of like that. I mean, given the circumstances, I think we're allowed to have been concerned, but yeah, actually, yeah. He's like nodding in the sort of, these are the most intelligent people in my family way.
You hear very muffled. You hear like a very like I can't. Let me say. As you see once again, the three kids are looking directly at you, Delta. Even if they are muffled by that, but they look amazed. They look shocked. They look excited.
Just for shits and giggles, can Jack like wave a hand between them?
Yeah, do it. Can they see Jack?
They do kind of like notice, like the eyes flicker to him. His movement's making like draws attention, but you know who's a little bit more eye catching.
Yeah,
the uncle that's been presumed dead for a few years.
No, that's fair. who cares about a literal movie star?
Hey, I was a movie star before you. Don't get.
I know.
No, I feel like he's probably turned bright pink because you know cartoon rules. Ducks can blush too, and he just does like a shy little wave back, which he didn't expect he would do.
They renew really quite adeptly getting out of the knots that, I mean, admittedly they were tied by birds without hands, so like how good can they be? But it's very quickly that you are accosted by three kids tackling you in a very joyful hug. And once more, that sort of dissociation begins to kick in again as you seem to fade away from the scene and come back to consciousness with a click of the gag stopper back in the hallway. There is yet again a new vinyl placed on the gramophone. As he has not started it yet. But the engineer looks at you all, gives a wave.
You're not gonna like let him hug it out properly?
At least give him 5 minutes.
He'll place it on.
But lads, that's part of the point. This isn't real, as you so eloquently managed to point out. So it is not a benefit that you get, unless you want to actually be daring and put yourself out there.
With all due respect though, why do you care so much that Delta does this in real life? I mean, it's Delta's decision.
As I said before, I can feel people's hurt in ways you can't imagine. It's all very interconnected from where I stand. So when I see something that touches many, many people in many a similar fashion, I am moved. Or perhaps I do have a bit of bias that unfortunately I am unable to reveal.
Sal making a face. Yes. Man, there's two people specifically being the ones here. What's that again?
Huh?
No, I need to look for a specific picture, because the fact that it's this two specifically that are here right now. Big Mod, how's Delta?
You go. Yeah, he does the whole sort of turning his face aside and coughing until the blush goes away because he's like, he doesn't want to admit that emotionally this is getting to him, and it's like, god damn, like, it's not like he... Actually, yeah, I might as well say that. It's not like I don't miss them. I just, I can't risk having this if it risks them. That's the whole point. That's the whole point why I did this. These scenarios of them dying is exactly why I'm still not alive. It's like, you clearly don't understand the whole point of this is to protect. I'm trying to save them every day by not being there.
The engineer kinda he considers it for a moment, taps his fingers on the table, and he doesn't look at you when he says it, but he is kind of addressing it towards you.
I understand your point. Perhaps this was not entirely the best way to go about it, but I will say, have you not been saving them by being there this whole time?
I mean, I never really did them much good by being there. I figured that this is an improvement, if anything.
You can hear like the palpable kind of like disdain coming from from that like negative self-talk, and he just kind of he shakes his head at you.
But I suppose it was foolish of me to expect any real change to be made in such a short amount of time. Oh well. One more to go, then.
Then?
And the record will stop.
Then? Sound of my
God damn, alright.
Jack and
Yeah,
Self
just
still have a record.
face covered in hands. Are you just gonna put another record on and make him feel super awkward? Because I would love that, actually.
Yes. Sure, let's do that.
All right.
I mean, I don't have any questions. My brain is like, oh god.
Actually, Sal has a question.
Okay.
Please.
You gonna put it on?
Yeah, he's gonna put the record on.
All right. The record will go on.
Oh, champion of the wishing star. What questions do you have for me? I admit I was thinking about your words earlier, and I will try to be, again, as helpful as I can. It is a bit tricky, these sorts of situations.
Right. There's one thing that's been bugging me. You said that this is a trial on Delta song, and me and Jack just got caught up in it, so to speak. How is that even possible? I mean, we don't live anywhere near each other. Jack and I go and hang out a lot, but I don't remember going to meet Delta before whatever this is.
I suppose it's me. Give me 1 second, something's happening.
Hearing that in the voice was so fucking funny. Oh my god. Outtakes. Blooper reel. Put it in.
1 second.
It's
Give me a second. I forgot where I left off.
Oh no, thank
Oh,
you
you,
for that. That
you
was
were
good.
like, I think you cut off like in the
What,
beginning. Yeah,
what was the question so I can get back into my train of thought?
Yeah, no, Mersel was like, okay, you said that this was a trial for Delta song, then how did me and Jack weren't supposed to be here, but we got caught up in it? Like, how did we get caught up in it? Like, me and Jack, like, we hang out a lot, but I barely, like, see Delta, and I definitely don't remember going to meet him, like, this morning.
I will admit, lads, I'm not entirely certain, but I will confess, I am not a strong deity. I am powerful, yes. But the Lock Trio are certainly far above me. Perhaps they did not appreciate me trying to separate one from the others.
Mersel looks heavenward and puts like his hands together in like a prayer, like goes in front of his mouth. No, actually, that tracks. That absolutely tracks.
Then you'll kind of just do like a I'm glad you understand kind of gesture.
Mersel remembering the one time he met Miss Fortune. Yeah, no, I totally believe this.
Delta shrugs in a kind of, well, I would apologize, but literally, this is not my fault, so...
Somewhere up above the Trinity are like eating popcorn and making bets.
Absolutely.
They're just like, hey, look at him go.
Hey.
That is white boy.
Meanwhile, I was just sort of imagining more of a like, Lalu just like forcing the other two to just like sit down to like have a tea party with her toys.
Yeah. I mean, basically, it's Lalu's day off. Is Delta's birthday. She is just like, I can't do anything today. Nope, not my deal. Well, you'll just have to deal with it for me. Bring the girlfriend.
Toys, please, can I borrow your toy so my toy doesn't die in like this
Yeah.
little
Can you babysit? Anyway, a word. Oh.
No, go.
Oh, it's just like the word deity did get Delta to remove his face from his hands because it's like, oh shit, okay. This all starts to make a lot more sense, but that's also terrible news because a deity? The fuck? Anyway, that's it. That's all I have to say.
I mean, Delta, like, the two people you are with are warlocks of the other two of the Trinity.
Yeah, but Delta's never met a god before. You guys do it every day like it's so normal, but like, this guy, no.
In fairness, I think between the three of them, the only one who actually meets the god every day is Sel.
Yeah.
Jack only ran into the wishing star once.
Oh, that's so normal. It's so normal
That's
to meet
so
a god
normal.
walking around outside in the shopping mall. I'm sorry.
On
No,
the
she bullied him.
She bullied him.
She menaced Jack and she menaced him hard.
Anyway, the significance of
He
what he's
was
wearing.
terrified
suddenly
for
kind of
his
comes
life.
Yeah.
Anyway, like, that's all Sel wanted to ask.
Alright. NG does kind of wait a moment, like, to see if there is anything else, because he does seem to be a bit
Grammy.
willing. Grammy, sorry.
I mean-
Grammy waits a moment, to see if there's anything else. He doesn't, like, there is still space on the record, and he does kind of, like, look down at it and look at you. It does seem
Okay,
to be...
yeah, Delta's gonna ask, okay, I'll buy deity, what? Who are you?
I don't believe this is your record, Delta.
Sorry, I couldn't actually hear what you said.
Sorry. I don't entirely believe that this is your record, Delta.
Alright, I'll ask it for him
on.
then.
Thank you.
I'll ask it for him then. Who are you?
As I said before, I go by many names, and none of them are ones I can freely give. Most have been erased, and I prefer to keep it that way. But I suppose I can give my title of the Bane of Selfishness.
Okay, that I'm not gonna take that personally. He's taking it personally.
But
Sorry,
that
what did
one
you say?
was quite a bit. What?
Yeah. The voice changer was like really crackling, so
Sorry.
what did he say?
The Bane of Selfishness.
Cell looks at Delta and immediately looks away, like, cause that's rude.
But that
the
one,
weird thing is, like, Delta normally
No.
normally is like, yeah, okay, I'm selfish, so what? I look after the self. That a problem? But in this case, he's been doing all this for the other people, so he's just like, what the hell is going on today?
Perhaps the CD has a bit of a different definition of selfish, or perhaps it's misjudging. Regardless, the record does stop because that one does seem to be kind of a bigger question, and it does stop rather abruptly, leaving them to take the record once more, and same sleight of hand as usual as another door appears. And from what he seemed to say, it seems to be the last door.
Well, you know what they say, things come in threes, yay! And he points at the three of them like, hey! You know, some semblance of the old witty Delta, but it's just so dead. He's so tired.
Yeah, Cell's just like, I mean, it's the last hour, soon we'll be done with it.
I guess. But, like, I just saw my dad blow up, and then the kids, I mean, they were okay, because they're always okay. But this, I'm like, I don't, and he's just looking at the door like it's gonna bite him, because it might.
Do you need a moment?
I mean, I've got a lot of those. I actually kind of want fewer of them, so...
Jack's gonna open the door.
Yay, thank you, Jack!
Alright,
Thank you,
immediately, you come into a Scottish tirade. Goodness. Alright, let's see if I can do the voice. Give me a second.
Oh, I know who this is.
Give me a second. It's... Shit. I lost it. Anyways, you hear a Scottish tirade, not quite entirely audible because I can't do it right now. But a very distinct tone for those of you who have met Scrumacodger. As he is raving and ranting. Why wouldn't he believe me? Of course the boy's still alive. I know it. I feel it in my bones. I just need more proof. Proof I'm gonna be getting. And it is as it has been before, very liminal space, it's almost kind of like Dodo Studios, but not quite. Complex series of hallways that he seems to be very, very impatiently walking down to a very specific door. Would anyone like to make a perception check while they're walking, or does anyone want to do anything?
I'll make a perception.
Yeah, roll. Yeah. Perception roll.
Oh,
11.
sorry, Cell.
I mean, Delta, I'll give it to you. It's you hear a very familiar. All right, easy enough. Easy enough.
Got it.
You hear muffled in the vents. Is it this way? No, that way. Yes, that way. Yes. You have the sauce? Yes, I brought the sauce. Okay, sounds good. Okay, we saw it, and then okay. Did we fix the doors? No, we did not. Okay, so what's the plan? We'll figure out. Okay. Kind of overhead as you hear some like clink, 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 clink as you hear our favorite boys clinking their way through the vents.
Yeah.
Yep. There they go.
There they go, boys. There they
sure
go.
Be going.
They sure be going.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, I would just love at this point to be able to cast fireball inside the vent, but I feel like that would cause more problems than it would solve. Also, magic seems to be kind of a here.
Are you guys following behind him at all? Him being Scrumacodger.
Yes.
Yes, dutifully
All
following the memory of the guy who's about to get killed somehow in the very
All right.
mandated way. The thing is, Delta looks kind of surprised, and he's surprised because Screw Makaja hasn't given up. Like, he still thinks he's alive, which is just like that. What? How? You are so stubborn, old man. How are you this stubborn?
All right, so you guys follow him into a fairly large, almost like containment room, as doors seem to fall on either side.
Question.
Mhm.
Can I can I cast Flock of Familiars and send some familiars into the vents just to watch what the hell the birds are up to?
Yes, you may.
Nice.
Yay!
Yes, you may. I'll try to give like a play-by-play for both of them. As you kind of get into the room, it's the same time roughly that the birds arrive above the room, where there is more of them. There is a gaggle of 12 birds with 12 saws, and is
Now
that
there's, like,
spellcasting? Is that like
and then there's,
it's like
like- 2
2 spellcasting focuses? I don't know. And there's this is actually important. What's the familiar?
So if I recall, it's pseudo dragons.
Okay.
I think you made the manifest as snakes last time.
You can,
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
change it.
Yeah, it's so it's like snakes or pseudo dragons, because I got Pact of the Chain, so
Okay.
I can get fancier familiars, and I didn't realize that for a long time, which is why I initially picked snakes. But I want little noodly pseudo dragons.
Okay, really
Cute.
noodly pseudo dragons. So those guys are skittering after the birds, and the birds stop suddenly, like, wait, what is that noise? And they look directly at the guy, and they're like, fellow bird, you are not in uniform. And they procure a hat and place it on his head. Welcome to the Yakuza. And they continue, expecting you to follow, of course.
It is just a second.
Mhm.
It's a flock of familiars. So like,
okay,
because
more
Pact
of
of
you.
the Chain, he gets because
um,
Pact of the Chain, Jack has like 4. Because so yeah, I was gonna have like the thing is, I was gonna have. Okay, so I probably should have specified this earlier, but because I didn't realize that they were visible,
It's okay.
I didn't think it was important. So I was like, yeah, 3 of them are gonna go in the vents, and 1 of them is just gonna chill on Jack's shoulders for just for vibing.
Okay.
So Jack's just got a very small dragon on his shoulders.
Okay, that one is in contact with you, so that one is not visible, luckily.
Okay, good.
But the three of the other ones are getting hats and a saw from Reginald, who is providing them with teeny tiny little like hacksaws. But back in the room, you guys get in there, and the doors shut with a clank. And Screw just numbers 20 down to 0 above them begin to count down, and Screw kind of rolls his eyes. I've been in many traps. You're not going to fool me with a simple countdown trap. We just have to wait here, and then it'll be fine, and then the door will open. And he kind of just is content to just sit there for a few minutes. The familiars, however, see that above the room directly, the Reginalds are hard at work sawing through the ceiling. As the numbers begin to count down and the stealing stability gets significantly less and less, the birds...
Like, they're sawing a hole in the...
I
The
mean,
birds
okay.
I feel like
the birds
I feel
look
like
at
at
each
some
other.
point Delta would just by instinct grab hold of Screw's shoulders and start shaking him like, you stupid old man, move!
Can
was-
Jack make the familiar saw off like a little piece of the ceiling prematurely so it's gonna drop down first
He can try.
as like a warning?
I was gonna do
Yeah,
one quick thing up there.
Okay.
How long will the door illusions hold? I don't know. We did not fix the doors. So if they figure it out, we are screwed. Okay, so faster.
So the sawing increases.
Okay. Jack is gonna have. Okay, I guess then. So if Jack has the pseudo dragon on his shoulders, just like drop down onto the floor and like start like running around Screw's legs.
What is this? And Screw will kind of like little hot potato, kind of like, what the fuck is going on here? The Reginalds are sawing faster.
It runs into the wall. I mean, it runs into the door. It runs into the wall and then into the door because it misjudged the distance.
Perfect. Vamp, were you saying something?
So Mersel's just like when the pseudo dragon was still like unscrew. Like Mersel would have grabbed like Jack by the shoulder and been like, "Get it to get his hat. Get it to steal his hat. Get it to take the hat. Get Screw to chase it. Get Screw to chase it."
You will absolutely.
Can
hate
it like leap at Screw and steal his? Can it?
Yes. Come back here, you mongrel! And he will almost blindly run after it. So if you run
I've got to tell you, your Scots accent is great, but also that was the best Scots you've done so far. So that was so beautiful to me.
He will very quickly run through the illusory door. And as that happens, he looks back and he's like, "Were they using magic to try and trick me? Oh, that won't stand. No one's screwing my classroom with magic."
Love it. His catchphrase. We found it.
But you guys, the three of you, are you following him?
Yeah.
At the very least, Jack wants out of the room with the collapsing ceiling.
Okay, good. Cause like about 2
sure.
seconds later, you hear the horrible thud of the ceiling falling in on itself as the illusory doors dispel themselves. And it's just kind of a quick moment where dude, God, the boys are back in town. It's one duck looking at 12 ravens and 3 pseudo dragons. And
Wait. God damn it. Just a second. Can, just because I think it would be very silly, can I don't. Okay, let's just say like the dragon like slows down enough for him to retrieve his hat, but it doesn't let go.
He's kind of like got it, but he was reaching to get it, but he's a little bit more upset that they were trying to squish him with the ceiling.
Here's
And
the
he's
pseudo
just kind of
dragons,
like
by the way.
seething in
rolls.
rage for a moment. You, what trickery are you trying to pull? And the birds, which now number in 11, you could have sworn there was 12 a minute ago, kind of look at each other like, can be. And from the ceiling, or what was the ceiling, drops a boulder. And on top of the boulder...
Oh my god, I knew it was gonna be this!
On top of the boulder, there is a Reginald, and he starts running. Everyone!
Does the
Does the boulder get screwed?
No, because the Reginald is running towards Screw, so he's going in the opposite direction.
Oh, towards us?
Oh
Yeah, he's running towards Screw, and you know if you run on top of something, it's gonna go in the
Oh.
you know the mechanics of rolling things.
Okay, like
Yeah.
balancing bowl. Okay.
So he's balancing on top of the boulder, trying to run towards Screw. It is not very working well, as the momentum is making him go instead backwards. And you hear a bowling ball sound effect, as the birds kind of go everywhere.
Oh,
No.
Oh,
well, that solved
oh wait,
itself.
wrong way.
And he turns around, and the boulder starts rolling towards you.
No! Oh my god.
Me looking
I was
at
like
all my
looking through the
spells.
spells I have, and I was like, can you cast banishment on a boulder? I'm not sure that's gonna work.
Wait, can Cell cast like fucking can Cell cast old person on the bird?
You can try.
Okay, he's casting hold person on the bird.
It does not work, unfortunately.
If this doesn't work, I have an idea.
Yeah,
but it, may
it does not work.
Also, but it might be
spells
funny.
spells that are like
Okay.
directly charm or like affect someone directly don't work.
Okay.
Okay,
The
I'm
boulder
gonna try something,
closed
and it
in.
might be stupid, but it does feel poetic. Okay, so Delta is like, okay, enough is enough is enough is enough, and every time he says enough, another one of him appears because he has cast mirror image, and so now there are four deltas.
There are 4
And
deltas.
he is, with his extremely weedy -1 strength, all 4 of them are going to try and stop the boulder.
Hey,
Oh,
interesting. Roll strength.
Oh
Actually,
my
I mean,
God,
is it are they illusions or are they like
illusions. That's the problem.
They are illusions, but he wasn't thinking. Like, this is kind of like a spontaneous thing. His
It's
magic
okay.
is spontaneous.
Give me 1 second. I need to check something.
They are illusory duplicates, and they have an AC that equals 10 plus my dexterity modifier. But I'm not trying to dodge. I'm just trying to stop the boulder.
Give me 1 second. I need to pull something up.
I was running off instinct. I'm sorry. This is probably a terrible idea. But then we get pancake delta, which is very funny.
No, it's okay. So you do you want to roll strength or whatever you
Yeah, I was
feel
waiting.
would be appropriate?
I was.
Yeah, you're all
I mean,
set.
I feel like it is because it's a -1, which is very funny. I do
Oh
have things
God.
that can adapt it. I have luck points, and I have a thing for being a divine spirit and stuff. So let's see how badly this goes. 15 isn't terrible.
Not
I'm actually going
bad.
to use a thing. I'm
Ca-
going to use a thing that I never remember to use because he is a divine spirit. He is favored by the gods. So once per short rest,
Oh,
you
that
can,
one.
if you fail, blah blah blah, you can roll 2d4 and add it to the total. So I'm gonna do that. Roll 2d4.
Lovely.
5, I'll take it. So that's 20.
Lovely. All
Can
right. Yep.
wait. Can Jack throw a pseudo dragon at the
Reginald.
bird on the Reginald at the top of the rock?
He may.
Cool.
Sal, do you want to do anything?
For throwing a what?
You're
What do I
fine. It's got wings. It'll find its target.
roll for?
Sal, do you want to do anything?
I'm just checking to see if there's anything he can do because Cell is very like orientated towards like how should I put this? He's very orientated towards combat compared to the other 2 in the party. So I don't actually think that there's anything he can do right now.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let me check something. How big is this boulder?
It's about the size of like 2 Reginalds stacked on top of each other.
Wait.
Is there
do you
like
mean,
any space?
is it a small boulder the size of a large boulder?
It's a how to phrase this? It's a large rock the size of a small boulder.
Yes, I love it.
Okay, so there's space between the rock and the ceiling.
Yes.
Can Mersel cast fly on Screw McCodger?
Absolutely. That's actually perfect.
It's a smart
Yeah,
thing.
some-
to
I
do.
will allow it.
grabbing the codger like by the shoulders and casting like fly. So he gains a flight speed of 60 feet for the duration.
All right. It's very impressive the fact that through the combined efforts of all three of you, in succession, a pseudo dragon distracts the bird, making it lose a little bit of balance, which is further exacerbated by the boulder being stopped entirely by a single duck, and the bird falling off and being violently grabbed by Scrumacodger, who holds it by the scruff of his shirt because it doesn't have a neck, and is menacingly growling at it. If you lads have any idea what you've done, if you have any information about Delta and you're hiding it from me, you're never getting out here alive. And the bird just kind of like,
Oh, him?
and he will look towards Delta, who is still
Oh,
very heroically holding that boulder in place.
Oh God! I
And
feel
you- and,
perceived.
like-
I don't like it.
And there is like for a moment, Screw doesn't believe it. He's like, I'm not gonna fall for a look over there sort of trick, but he does glance for a moment, and the shock and awe that runs through his body as he sees just, it is very much a heroic position that you find yourself in. And he will kind of throw the bird rather violently
He's
to
embarrassed.
the side.
Is the boulder gonna roll Delta over because he's so embarrassed?
I don't know. I think the athletics is pretty fine as it is. But he doesn't quite approach you yet because that's kind of a situation. He's like, I knew it. I knew he was alive.
It's all an illusion. I am a ghost. Ooh, see, this like for me, I am not real. Bye. And he's like backing away. He's gonna use Misty Step. He's fucking out. Bye.
Delta, don't you dare. But
Briefly surrounded by
You-
silvery mist, I teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied
You-
space that you can see, and he's gone. Bye.
you teleport yourself into a crowd of birds who just kind of look at you like,
Wow. Okay.
Talk about being between a rock and a hard place. Okay. Window. Okay, he's gonna go out the window. If there's a window, please let
there
there be a
is no
window.
window, but soon enough, the same feeling that you've kind of grown accustomed to occurs once more. Not without the distant kind of calls as was once kind of like a little bit frustrated, turns a little bit more desperate and a little bit more desperate as Screw continues to call for Delta. But the scene fades out, and for the last time, there is a soft applause of the engineer, or I'm sorry, Grammy.
Is there a vinyl?
There is not a vinyl this time.
Damn it! He actually finally has stuff to say to this guy. Okay, he's gonna say it anyway, even if he
Jack
can't
still has a
answer.
record, doesn't he?
Oh, he
Jack's
used
got
the
a
actual
record.
one.
Jack
Yeah,
does have a
Jack's got a
record.
record.
Oh, really? Oh, well, it's up to you.
Still have one.
I don't. Alright. I don't know what to say yet, so I guess if anyone wants to say something, I can tell him.
I mean, he can probably hear Delta, can't he? Right?
Yeah.
That's been, like,
Oh, he can.
happening.
No, I meant
Nah,
as
he
in,
can.
like
He's
relay any questions.
Are you
That
putting
is-
the record on?
Not yet. I'm asking if
Okay.
anyone's got questions.
I mean, he's got
Self-resident.
statements, that's for sure. Not cough into the mic. Oh my god, my ears hurt. Anyway.
Oh, I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Like every time it blows out my ears. I'm sorry.
I don't.
I know you're
should've
sick.
said-
I'm sorry.
You should have
you're
said
sick.
that
I don't
like
wanna say
hours
anything.
earlier. I could
You're
mute
poorly.
myself.
You're poorly. I don't want you to feel bad.
That's
Anyway,
you,
okay. Put on the record so that I can yell at a man who's not the engineer because this is a weird place. What the hell?
Putting the record on. Click.
All right.
So, I know for a fact that you are full of shit because that guy never gave that much of a damn when I was alive to him.
I
So
see this
looking at
has
you-
done very little. Oh, wait, I forgot to turn on the thing.
I see, this has not exactly resulted in the change of heart I was hoping for. There's still a great deal of selfishness that you do not feel to consider that perhaps other people do care about you. And perhaps your absence has changed things in ways that you did not consider.
I mean, do you want to roll insight anybody, it's including this guy?
I will say, this guy, cannot be lied to.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, you know that Delta is also kind of full of shit because he's very much shook up at the idea that Screw would care so much as to keep trying. But, like, he doesn't know that that's true. He doesn't know if that's true. This is all some weird illusion from this loser god who doesn't even have a name. So he's just like,
Well,
why
that's
are
a
you
nat
lying to me?
20
Why are you
inside.
manipulating me?
Yeah,
Oh,
you can
that's
notice there's a fucking file at your feet. I don't have the thing on.
Sorry.
Now I'm back.
Yeah, that's enough to reconcile to Delta.
Well, if you have any other things, though, this final battle will probably get you through what you need to get through. I'll be wrapping it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Delta looks very shook up, and he's just like, I don't know what the whole point of this was. What, you want me to out myself? You want me to go out there and just, like, ruin everything for everybody just because some weird guy showed up and traumatized me all over again because, like, I hadn't imagined all of these scenarios, which is why I disappeared myself in the first place. Why can't you understand? I did this because I I love these people.
The record is silent for a bit, and you can almost sense from the body language just like a faint smile. Though perhaps you already knew from the very beginning. To hear it being said out loud is rather perhaps what he wanted to hear.
Oh, don't give me that. And anyway, what's the whole deal with you borrowing my old boss's skin? It's creepy.
Well, I'm not able to take a form without, due sacrifice, but it is not that I am possessing him at all, no. It is merely the form that was most comfortable with what I was given. As I said, I am not a very powerful deity by myself. I need to be given things in order to enact change. Those charitable enough will help. And that's all.
Oh, no. I know where this goes. I make a deal with you. You want part of my soul. It all goes horribly awry. Yeah, you're a deity. Oh, sure, you're a deity. It's a demon. This guy's a demon. We're dealing with a demon. Oh, I should have seen it so easy. You're a manipulative bastard. I should have understood from the start. Okay, let's go home, guys. This is nonsense.
I hate to say it, Delta, but lots of gods are manipulative bastards. This is so.
And I may want your soul, even if your sweet lady luck did not have claim over it already. I would have no use for it.
Ow! he does look insulted about that. He's just like, excuse me? He brings out the "I'm a luxury few can afford" jumper. And says it right like that. Do you think a regular person would own this? No, this is me. What? You don't. How could you do this to me?
But above all,
Yeah,
Anyway,
you apologize. I did not go about this in the way that was perhaps most appropriate. Oh, I am proud of its effectiveness for what it was.
What effectiveness? You just brought me here to a masquerade where I didn't even get a mask. Honestly, I'm a little bit annoyed. I like it.
You've always been wearing a mask.
Say that again.
You've always been wearing a mask this whole time. Don't need to be in here to wear one, though. It's even here still.
Okay. Can I do something weird? Because you're doing weird things. I want to do something weird.
Of course you may.
Okay, just because he said that, Delta kind of like puts a hand up to his face and he can feel the edge of a mask, even though it's just his face. And he's like,
Ooh, that's creepy.
Yeah, he's like, he doesn't want to, but almost involuntarily, he starts to take off his face. And, you know, there's a very uncomfortable pause where it's like, oh, what's going to be underneath that? And that kind of dissociative feeling happens. And you see a small Gosling who is holding a mask that looks like, you know, what Delta's face was. And he's kind of ungainly, like, he's got, the growing has started, but it's all disproportionate, so he's all kind of gangly. He's got some of his adult plumage, but most of it is that motley grey, ugly Gosling feathers. And he just looks so small and very, very sad. And he says, I don't want to lose them, too. I lost my parents already. It was my fault.
It was not your fault. And you'll never lose them.
It was.
If you want to keep them, you must hold them close. And like,
It was
he
my
does,
fault, though. It was my birthday. That was a balloon.
The engineer kind of does soften, and he's gonna kind of crouch down to be at a more appropriate height for that.
I think child Delta just kind of sobs and leans against this figure because he needs one, because he didn't have one.
Like, you'll notice that while the blood was kind of pouring viscously, it does seem to slow and almost recede. Not quite, but he does offer a surprisingly comforting hug. He feels so soft in a way that you wouldn't. Well, the engineer is soft, but this is a unique sort of comfort that appeals to the smaller child in a way that is perhaps targeted, perhaps not. But he gently kind of hushes him and will hold him and listen, because while he doesn't always have a voice, he certainly has the ears to listen.
I mean, I wanna go home, but I don't want that to hurt them.
It's nae going to hurt them. This world is fantastical and cruel and beautiful. There are risks you have to take if you want to be loved. Even if it hurts.
I think,
But isn't that not worth it?
yeah, a little... Sorry.
Isn't it worth it?
I think... he just looks at the other two. He's like, is it worth it? I don't know if I should trust this person. He's a child right now, by the way. This isn't Delta as you knew him. This is Delta as he used to be.
Oh, Sal's the worst person for this. Oh no!
Well, it is so goddamn hard, but as someone who is trying, yeah, I'd say it's worth it.
Okay, thank God, that was a conversation. Okay, Sal kind of like shuffles around on his feet for a moment and just, well, I mean, family's a pretty new concept to me in general, but the people we saw back there all seem to love you very much. I can't imagine what it must feel like to grow up knowing that and willingly giving it up to make sure they stay safe. I mean, but knowing the kind of people that I know now, I think it'd be worth it.
Yeah, he does the big sort of child sniff and obnoxious, snot wipe on the sleeve, but it's adorable because he's a small sad child and he can get away with it. And he sort of blinks these big baby tears out of his eyes, and he puts the mask back on, but it's more like he's putting a part of himself back into his grown-up self. And he's back to being tall, and his makeup is still ruined and he's still disheveled, but there's some more life behind those very sarcastic eyes. There's a bit of understanding as to what this was all about.
I didn't expect you to do anything so soon, but I hope you can realize all of this is just reflections of how much they all miss you. All three
I think
of you
I'll have to take
are
their
very-
word for it, not yours.
Now that's quite a very selfless act of you, my friend. All three of you are very brave, very strong, and very loved. Please remember that, even if it hurts.
And the radio will almost seem to fade out. Ignore the hard stop, because but the almost the dream that it is seems to be beginning to fade. As he will offer a hand out to you guys. Just a handshake.
I mean, there's three of us.
Yeah,
do you take three hands?
We'll go one at a time, I guess, starting with so actually, fuck it. We'll go Cell first.
Aw. Okay, that's
On
it.
the
What's going
back.
on?
Cell? Vamp?
Hello?
Are you good?
What happened?
Yeah,
Okay.
what do you mean what happened?
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
there was a lot of thumping, and I'd asked you something. It's okay, I'll repeat. He's
No,
offering...
I was running to grab my charger because I realized that my laptop died.
That'll do it! He's offering, he's offering you a
running. I was
handshake.
like, what is going on?
Oh, Sal shakes his hand.
Shakes his hand. It's a nice firm handshake. And you will begin to fade out from the dream. And we'll go on to Lucky Jack.
Sure. Oh,
Once
Jack
more.
shakes his hand.
Once more, you get a very firm handshake. And You can't. There is no eyes to tell what kind of emotions are behind it, but there is something there. As you as well fade through the dream, leaving the last one, Delta. I'll offer.
He doesn't shake it straight away, and he's like, "So, was there ever a way to save you from being shot?"
He shakes his head. He pauses for a moment, like he didn't. It kind of catches him off guard necessarily. He didn't think that far through, and he doesn't shake his head. He shakes his head. The record is off, unfortunately, so he's unable to communicate whatever else he would like to.
You said that you used to have lots of names. What happened to you?
The body movement mimics a chuckle, but there is no sound. He wipes away a bit of blood with his other hand, and will continue to kind of leave a hand out for a shake. The dream is rapidly beginning to fade around you, details seeming to come into, seeming to fade out as like viney roots begin to overtake it.
Yeah. I think right at the last possible moment he does take the hand. He doesn't necessarily shake it. He still doesn't trust this thing at all. It's more like a point of contact rather than an agreement or anything.
It was never meant to be anything more than that, though he does keep it is a nice firm handshake that he does not let go. As the three of you wake up, it is Delta's birthday. Whenever that day happens to be on the actual calendar. In your hands, Cell and Jack, you feel something small. It's almost pebble-like in nature. Do you want to take a quick look at what it is you have received?
Yep.
Alright. So you open your hand to reveal faintly glowing blue, and already beginning to sprout a little seed. But give me a second. It is Delta. When you basically come to consciousness, you feel something very soft in your hands, and you pull away to see a very well-loved doll. Ooh! What is that happening? You see a very well-loved. Sorry, you see a very well-loved doll of the engineer with a single patch running across the top and a button eye, and atop its hat rests a little seed, similar to the others.
Why do I have a little Engie? What? Do I have to go and find Road and give the toy back to Road? What's going on?
No, but that is the end of my story.
Is it this Road's patron, the blue tree, the branches off of Angie's coat?
Yeah.
You solved my final puzzle.
Well, I've seen the blue branches of the coat before, because branches were the thing during that one period where
God, we were talking to a fucking tree the whole time.
But that concludes the Luck Trio game for this year. The Dodo Dilema.
This was very
hope
good.
you've all enjoyed it. I'm going to collapse.
Yay. Go.
You have earned it. This was very, this was a lot. Delta has a lot to think about.
I
oh,
only when I got the boon thingy, I just realized that I had a whole deck of cards I could have been using this whole damn time.
It's okay.
Well, hindsight is 2020. It was
There's
more fun
always
having to
next
use what we
year.
If we can make it. All right. Well, this concludes Misfortune's favorite game. I hope you enjoyed the boulder encounter.
It was good.
Yeah, the boulder was worth it. The whole thing was worth it for the boulder. That's a nice boulder. I like that boulder.
All right. Everyone say bye.
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 Bye.